You never told me.
Flawless.
No, okay. You're the wizard. She's she's the admin, and Ed is the white buffalo bitch.
Fuck off!
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, that would be me. I'm Dash Magnum, and I guess I'm the wizard, even though I generally hate wizards. But hey, that's okay. Yep, I'll be taking your requests.
Yep. So taking the requests, we do have a Patreon, so that way you can actually pay for your drawings. First run of the line, it's going to be $5 per for 5 minutes for a quick little sketch in color, and then we're going to get to a third section where it's going to be $15 for a 15-minute drawing. So a little bit more detailed, a little bit better, and then at the very end, if you really want to spend $65, I'm going to dedicate my time to draw a picture for you. If not, I don't care. I'm just going to draw anyway.
Can't stop him.
You can't stop me!
Can't stop him.
Don't stop me now! I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball.
Speaking of balls, let's hear about this white buffalo bitch.
Oh, I still cannot get over the fact that you decided to call me that. What the fuck?
No, that's just simply
I love it.
That's just simply your role. But your real name is what? It's actually going to show up as your real name on or your online name.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get my real name on stream, even though you already basically said it, you dickweed.
Oh.
Well,
Wait, what?
nice
White buffalo bitch?
ha 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 ha! Whatever. Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Death Envoy. I am a composer and voice actor out of Alberta, Canada. And currently in the middle of nowhere, so if I start dropping out at random intervals, that's why.
Excuses.
I'm sorry, you think that's an excuse? That's a legitimate concern. I have to deal with the backwoods internet while you're in sunny California, while we're all up here freezing our nuts off!
Yay, Canada.
May I have a collection of said nuts?
I hate you. I hope you burn down there.
Oh, no. See, once I get the collection, I can then actually use the burning to roast the nuts. Therefore, I'll have roasted nuts.
That sounds like a you issue, and you need to get that checked out immediately. that is not healthy.
Normally, I wear swim trunks when I sunbathe, but okay.
Okay, now then, our admin and regular special guest, please go ahead and announce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Sasha Paws. I am the administrator and tech advisor, I guess, for the channel, and I don't know what to say.
Well, that's Sasha, and if one of you two, either the wizard or the admin, could post a link from my Patreon. Actually, I think only the admin has that. From the Patreon, from our Patreon, so that we can set it up so that if you want a drawing, you can pay for said drawing. Fantastic.
All right, I'm gonna post it in the live chat as well as share it on Twitter.
And
if you're using Streamlabs, they could donate to you directly, right?
We'll get there.
We're getting there.
This is the beginning.
One step in front of the other.
I need a confirmation, please.
Oh, again? Are you serious?
Yep.
Ay, boy, babe.
Wait a minute, are we seriously not coming through?
No, you're fine. What? No, you're fine. It's something else entirely.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's just that they're saying, uh-oh. It expired. The hell?
I just sent a new one.
Uh-huh. 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 We did it! There we go. Okay, folks, I apologize for the awkward start, but we also have a Discord. So if either the wizard or the admin can frequently post that, and also the Patreon as we go, just kind of frequently just put it into the whatevers and.
Sure.
You know, just to kind of remind people that we can do these things. So you are welcome to join us in the Discord chat. If you become a Patreon subscriber, then you have access to our subscriber chat. Otherwise, you'll just be in simply viewer chat. There are some simple rules, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, and we're off. Since we had to do a take 2, I'm going to make a quick shout out to True Apparel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, True Apparel. They provide nerd and gaming centric apparel. So if you like nerd and gaming specific clothing, they're your people. They're a small little company trying to get out, and so are we. We're working together. And I believe one of the people
share it on Twitter if you guys wanna.
Yeah, the Twitter itself is at True Apparel 1. That's a cap. At True Apparel 1, and that's the number 1. You can contact them through also Facebook or Instagram, and then basically just ask them for what you want, and they'll put it together for you. So. Good quality work. I've seen their work. I'm actually really impressed. Sasha actually has one of their T-shirts with a logo of theirs, I believe. Go ahead and tell us about it.
Yeah. So I got from them a black cotton T-shirt with a retro NES controller with their logo on it, and a fist holding it up. It's really interesting, and it's incredibly comfortable.
Fantastic. Well, so then, yeah, once again, at True Apparel 1. At True Apparel 1. That's Twitter, at True Apparel 1. Cool. So we're going to mention them a little bit later again, but let's actually get down to the final basics. Let's actually discuss our primary topics for the day. While I do that, I am going to transition over to... There we go. So, there it is. Sponsor, True Apparel. True. Oh, by the way, True is spelled T-R-U. Not T-R-U-E. It is simply T-R-U-A-P-P-A-R-E-L and the number 1. So, True Apparel. So, now starring Cube Cheese, Dash Magnum, Death Envoy, and Sasha Paz.
Woo!
We've got nerds from the entire spectrum, I think, here.
Just about.
I was about to say we don't have anybody that truly represents the Trekkies, but then I realized, oh wait, no, RJ does.
Hey! Tony!
And Death Envoy.
You haven't seen... Death, you haven't seen his action figure collection.
Okay, I'm not that hardcore, but I do enjoy the shows.
And
yeah, that counts. That counts.
Speaking of action figures, another thing that's also in his collection is the topic of today's show.
Oh boy, called out.
Giant robots.
Yeah.
Oh shit, let's Gunpla?
We're doing giant robots. That's right, giant robots. So many giant robots. Metal Gear. Metal Gear. Okay.
Snake.
Otacon, I need some information on this Metal Gear.
It has metal.
Just like
and
my
gears.
anime.
Otacon, that's not very specific. You're gonna... I need to know what this thing's weakness is now.
I don't know. Watch my animes.
I don't know. Watch my animes.
Otacon, I swear to God, I am going to die.
Snake.
That sounds
Do you
like a
believe
you problem.
That love can bloom.
Damn it, Otacon!
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 Con!
Con!
Autocons.
There, we brought it around full circle.
Autocons. Roll out.
Okay, Snake. Okay, Snake. Okay, Snake. Okay, Snake.
Hold on, so is that Otacon getting fucked by Snake? Or what?
No, that's 5 Otacons leaving.
Okay.
Oh, so it was a gay orgy. Good to know.
Heyo.
Gang bang, bitches. So that's the fun. Okay, so guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening, there is going to be foul language. We try to keep it as entertaining and intellectually sound as possible, but there's definitely going to be language, thanks to Death Envoy over here.
This
mostly.
is what happens when you put 3
Yep.
30-year-olds in a room together.
That's what happens when you put 3 what?
3 30-year-olds in a room together.
This much is true. And now imagine 4 of them. Oh wait, Ed's not there yet. Aww.
Aww.
Oh.
Oh, look at the cute little baby. Look at him. He's so adorable. Look at the cute little baby.
Oh, fuck! I still get carded when I go to buy darts.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
enjoy it.
I gave this one guy my ID, and he looks at it, and then he's like, "Oh shit, sorry." He hands it to me. He thought I was 18.
Sorry.
God damn it, now I'm hearing it! Coop, you bastard! Now I'm hearing it!
No one can escape the sorry. Alright, so I don't think we have enough. I don't think we have anybody asking for some commissions, but well,
I'm keeping an eye.
let's see here. I'll
If we had access to
I'll
the
just
super
draw
chat,
whatever.
I-
Okay, so topic number 1 out of Giant Robots. We have 3 primary ones and a fun 4th one that could be tossed in the mix whenever it pops up. But Giant Robot Stories.
Yeah.
So let's look at some of the consistencies in Giant Robots.
They're big. They're
Giant
metal.
Robot Stories.
They're robots.
Giant Robot Stories, you dork ass.
Well, you can't have
I
the
thought that
story
was
without
all-
the characters or the machinery in this case. It's part of the world. It's all part of the story. Zing.
Well,
Don't look at me to start this conversation. I literally can't. Only giant robots I'm familiar with are the Transformers.
come on, RJ. What do we got?
All right. What do we got?
So
Do you want to talk
where-
about anime first?
Yeah, let's go with anime.
I mean, you give me a very broad topic to work with here, so
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, anime first.
Actually, this is good because Coop and RJ are the. Sorry. What is it, Dash?
Yep.
You want to shoot me now?
That's okay.
No, wait till you get home.
Shoot her with that ion blaster.
So Dash.
Yeah.
You and Coop are the most well versed in the anime style mech machinery.
Sure.
Where I think that Death Envoy and myself are more familiar with Western mechs.
Sure. So maybe this would be a good way to kind of break that out. Is let's just so you guys have something to talk about first. Let's start with those Western mech shows. Like for example, your Transformers. Have you guys ever seen the movie Robot Jocks?
I have not.
Nor have
Neither have
I.
I.
That is like the 80s version of Pacific Rim.
Oh, that sounds
Okay.
awesome.
80s level special
Okay.
effects. Only instead of fighting giant monsters, they fight just other
Okay, this
giant
is
robots.
Very cool. Very, very Mech Warrior inspired.
Oh yeah, very mech. And
Or Battle
other one
Tech, I
talk
guess.
bring up Mech Warrior, where I think that basically breaks giant robots into I think two big categories we can probably discuss. Just a giant robot, your Transformers, your Iron Giants, your
sentient
what are they-
robots.
just a big sentient robot, and your piloted robots, your Mech Warriors. This is kind of where it gets more over into the anime side, where you have your Gundams, your Macross, Robotech, your
Megas XLR.
Megas XLR, all the various piloted ones. That's going to be mainly what anime. I'm trying to think if there are any animes where there's just a giant sentient robot, and I can't think of many off the top of my head.
Most of
the
the
Transformers anime, that's literally it.
most
There you go.
of the sentient robots are going to be the smaller ones. Like we're talking like our Mega Man and our Astro
Yeah.
Boys.
Sure.
Or
but
those robots in SD Gundam Force.
Sure. Those two.
Okay, yeah.
Those are kind of a different genre, because like your Mega Mans and your gosh, you just said the name and I already forgot it.
Astro Boy.
Well,
Astro Boy. Those are more like superhero stories. Giant robot stories. I mean, the Transformers, you could argue, are also kind of superheroes in a way. But at least for the piloted ones, those are usually more war stories. Your Mech Warriors, and again, like your Gundam and your Macross, your Robotechs, and they're like, if I were trying to like say like talk about the big unifying theme in all of those, it's their coming of age stories. You tell me if you've heard this story before. You have these teens, basically children. They're given giant powerful bodies that allow them to fight, allow them to basically become men, become women, grow up, and that's what it is. It's giant robots are almost kind of in a way a metaphor for puberty and coming of age. They're often very bad at controlling them early on, and
so it's Darling in the Franks.
I mean, yes.
Except those giant robots run a doggy style, so.
Well, they're just making the subtext text.
There's no subtext. It's literally
Exactly.
just.
The subtext has become the text.
There you go.
But like again, these shows, like you have guys who are basically terrible, or at least not as good as they could be, and they get better not necessarily always by partly by doing it over and over, but also by having personal growth. Usually a big moment in any kind of these giant robot shows is not necessarily, I mean, it can be yes, you got an upgraded version of your robot suit or whatnot, but it's also like, hey, I've kind of figured out something about myself, and now I'm not afraid of this or that anymore, or I'm more mature in this or that aspect. And that's true in Gundam, that's true in Macross and most of those. Mech Warrior, I know there are books. I have not read the books, unfortunately.
I've read a few.
Okay. I don't know if there's similar aspects in those, or if that's more just kind of a war story where it's about, I mean, that's the other thing too, is a lot of them are about like, somewhere vacillating between Sherman's War is Hell and its glories are all moonshine, or propaganda, basically.
Yeah.
Buy war bonds now, or join the I mean, gosh, well, no, that's more just a sci-fi story. I was going to bring up Starship Troopers, but although in the book they did have robot suits in that too, but those were more kind of like space.
Those are
Marine.
like exoskeletons.
Yeah, those are a different thing altogether. So
yeah,
I mean, obviously with the anime you have, they are shonen stories, so again they're about teenage boys, hot-blooded determination, and oftentimes whoever can yell the loudest also has the most powerful mech.
Yep. That's
Right.
definitely the Japanese.
That was Gundam Seed in a nutshell, wasn't it?
I mean,
actually,
you're not
There's
lying.
a lot of screaming.
You're not lying.
Like they were trying to rival Dragon Ball Z, but definitely couldn't.
I'm sorry, the fuck did you just call it?
fine. Just so I don't offend anybody. Dragon Ball Z, dead. X.
You know what? It makes sense. We grew up on the Ocean dub, so of course we were gonna be fucked up somehow.
Yep.
There you
At
go.
least it isn't the big green dub.
Yes. Oh,
I'm assuming Big Green is American. Either that or it's Super Kami Guru dub.
No, that was Fuck, what? I'm trying to think. Where did I think the big green dub was like a European dub somewhere. If I'm remembering correctly. I know we're getting off topic, but that'd be an interesting conversation to have one day.
such
Just
thing.
dubs.
Oh yeah,
Just all that
definitely.
in our things to be on the show notes.
As well as we do have to have a Star Trek episode, because we have to talk about the best Star Wars.
I have to get my my friend Colin on the show for that.
All right, fair enough.
He deserves to be the guest for that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not as good with Star Wars as I should be.
No, Star Trek.
That too.
No worries. Between me and Death Envoy and Colin, we'll happy to bring you up to speed.
Yes.
However, I do think that a 5-person booth would kind of be a bit of a clusterfuck.
Yeah, no, it would Sasha wouldn't be a guest in that episode.
No, I'd be watching
I still think we're
administration
pushing it with a
anyways.
4-person booth, honestly.
Well, you guys are doing fine, pretty well without me right now. I mean, I just like to throw in my 2 cents when I can.
I mean,
Sure.
fair enough.
That works.
Speaking of which, yeah, there's when it comes to a lot of mech animes, I've noticed that there's a lot of what do you call it, like space opera like kind of or sci-fi opera kind of mentality.
Mhm.
Where there's a lot of drama, especially when you get into like the Macross. The stories aren't focused around the mechs, but the mechs are used as and this is going to add to our next point, purpose for giant robots. The mechs are used as the driving force for the story. Prove me I'm wrong. Because the real story is not about the mechs, it's about the characters.
Right. They're the, if they are coming of age stories, they are the oversized, extremely dangerous bodies that they have to grow into before they reach, full mastery at the end.
I heard something else entirely, and I elect to not tell what I heard.
It was something about masturbation, wasn't it?
Quiet you.
That wasn't it.
Great, and that's how we lose our sponsorship.
Well, that's while it lasted.
Oh, let's be real. No one's watching this thing.
No, we got people in the chat.
We do.
Wait, really?
I'm Django. We got Nathaniel Hinkle. Got your boy James.
Yeah, boy James.
Hey, welcome to the show. Enjoy this. Are you enjoying the sex talk yet?
We made no promises. Then
You knew what you signed up for.
I'm missing out.
Yeet.
I'm missing
Nathaniel
out.
just hides the sock under the bed.
There we go. There we go.
I think our audience knows what's up.
they know who we are. They know they knew what they were getting into. They can't say they
We
were
are waived of all liabilities or otherwise implied.
And hey, if you don't like it, there's the door. You could just as easily leave, even though we'd like you to stay.
He's not wrong.
If we offend you, it's probably best not to listen.
That's true. That's the thing.
Everything said, anything said in any negative ways and humor.
So, question then. Purpose. The actual purpose of the giant robots. Do they have any additional special meaning that you noticed throughout various series, or are they literally just there as a reason to tell a bigger story?
In MechWarrior universe, it's all about the bigger story. They're tools that are easily disposed of. They're tanks, they're vehicles, they're big, strong, heavy, and their only purpose is to destroy other big, heavy steel tanks.
Sounds like Gundam. Okay.
It is very, very focused on the combat for most of it. There's, other than usually tactics or, a little bit of character development, the focus is definitely on the machinery, the special effects, the explosions, really intense fights with large, really slow-moving, bulky machines.
From playing a little bit of MechWarrior Online, that sounds exactly like the game I played.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorites actually is for the original Xbox called Lone Wolf. It's the Mech Assault series. I still have a copy.
Nice.
I remember spending hours and hours with my little brother. Many different, because we didn't have online services, so I had to make up games in larger games to make it fun and stretch it.
Sure.
And that was definitely one of his favorite games to play with me.
Nice. And if you were having fun, it couldn't have been a waste.
Exactly.
All right. Well, let's talk about some of the differences in some of the stories for mechs. So we have our Macrosses, we have our Super Sentais, we have our Transformers, we have our Macrosses, we have our Gurren Lagann.
Hold on, before we go any further, we had someone in the chat say that there is a difference between mechs and giant robots.
Oh, do you guys want to discuss that and see if that's true or not?
I mean, is that kind of like a bit what we were talking about earlier, where it's, large sentient robots and...
I think it's the matter of sentience, really. That's like the only thing I can gather.
Yeah,
mechs are usually piloted. The robots are like, I am Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. And I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. Now let's kill these motherfuckers! That's usually the big difference.
And personally, my vote of all of this... Oh, wait, no, let's vote at the end.
Wait, there's going to be a vote?
Yeah, why not? Pick your favorite.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, we got to discuss our favorites somewhere, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to favorites.
There we go.
Oh, boy.
Once again, folks, commissions, $5 for a 5-minute sketch. I'm going into a little bit too much detail here on this damn thing, but I'm having fun with it.
It's an advertisement.
Nice.
Exactly.
May as well. Yeah.
Ads!
Speaking of ads, don't forget about True Apparel.
So that is kind of what we were talking about earlier. I'm Django says Transformers are not mechs, Cybertronians are sentient technological life forms. I would agree with that, because we were kind of talking about that earlier, that there's the, your Iron Giants, your Transformers, they're just giant sentient robots, which are different than mechs, which are, piloted armor suits. So, yeah.
Let's just make the distinction right now. The topic we're on is basically the the giant robot genre, as it were. That's our topic. Just the genre in general.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean,
A lot of
that's
lot of
going to
things
include.
that
include it all at
includes
once.
it. So
It will.
I guess it's kind of like West versus East, right?
A little bit. But
It's,
again, on the West,
either way, it's still the same country.
Oh. You sure you want to go there, pal?
No, not really. I like
Too bad
to.
you just went there.
I like to hide and go away.
Well, it's too bad. You still have to draw this motherfucker. You're stuck here.
All right. Well, what did I drag myself into?
Shit! Someone just brought up. Django just brought up beast machines. We have to talk about that shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. In
We'll save
Canada,
that for
that
the-
we call that. What did we call that in Canada?
No, you're thinking Beast Wars. We'll get to that when we talk about Transformers in general, because that's going to be coming. Unless you want to do it now.
Well,
I think actually, why? You know what? Why not? As soon as it pops up, I figured take the opportunity. So go for it.
It's time for the Canadians to take the stage as we talk about Transformers. More specifically, let's talk about Beast Wars.
Beast Wars was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Here's the thing.
90s.
Here's the thing. It's not technically giant robots, but no one cares. It's still Transformers. Fuck
Yes.
you. And also, fun fact, if you didn't grow up in Canada, you will not know this, but our censor board is fucking retarded. Because up here, it wasn't Beast Wars. Sasha, what was that stupid name again that it was given?
Frig. It's on the tip of my tongue. Give me a sec.
Oh, right, it was called Beasties.
Yes, it was Beasties. Oh my god.
Beasties Transformers.
I'm sorry. What?
This is an actual fucking thing.
Are
because
you?
Oh my gosh.
And you guys want me to move to Canada?
It was brilliant.
Here's the problem. At the end of the first episode, which was a two-parter, but who cares? You still have Optimus Primal saying, "Let this battle be battled here," or whatever, and it will be called Beast Wars.
It was a slap to the face.
They kept it in, but they changed the fucking title because some stupid soccer moms thought, "Oh, we can't have anything with the name war in it because it'll be damaging to our impressionable children," even though they had Star Wars at least 20 years prior. What the fuck?
Oh wow.
True passion.
Oh, it's delightful.
True passion here, folks. True passion.
And just as Django mentioned, they did change the main theme. So instead of that primal choir screaming Beast Wars, they're screaming Beasties!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a huge issue here because all I'm hearing is bestiality.
Whoops.
Well, that was Silverbolt and Black Arachnia in a nutshell.
And now we better understand. And now we have a better understanding of Transformer furries.
I wonder how many
thank
people
you.
that was their awakening. Oh wow.
Well, everyone's allowed their preference, even if it's not for us.
Oh, man. Let's be real here. Black Arachnia was a lot of people's awakening, just like, oh, God
I mean,
damn.
You're not wrong.
Her character design was literally based off of a stripper because they went to a strip club earlier.
Want to know what my awakening was? And this isn't so much
Oh,
a
boy.
giant robot. It was freaking, oh god, SWAT cats.
Huh?
I remember that.
I'm sorry, what?
SWAT cats.
SWAT cats, yeah.
And
I remember that.
what was her name?
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can Google this real
Yeah,
quick.
pull it up for me because
Okay.
oh my god, There was some.
SWAT Cats character.
I was destroyed with that character. How did I get...
Okay, let me. Well, see, the problem I need pictures to go by these. Okay, was it Callie Briggs?
I that sounds about right.
Describe.
I think it's the
Blonde hair.
Yeah.
Usually wore like a magenta.
Yeah.
Like 80s.
power
shoulders.
Yep.
That's who I'm looking at. I mean, I can see a little bit of Tina right there. So
Tina has many inspirations.
sure. Oh yeah. No, I'm not. Was not trying to impugn or accuse. There was no j'accuse in that. I was just saying like, oh hey, it looks a little like a Tina.
A little bit,
Looks
yeah.
a bit like a Tina.
A little bit. But yeah, that was the first time when I realized, I think I kind of like these animal characters.
There you go.
I'm sorry,
everyone,
folks.
though,
I'm sorry,
not
folks.
even robot related.
You're working with a couple of furries here, so don't take us too seriously, though.
No. Even before that, though, it had to have been everyone's first step into anything furry related. Disney Robin Hood.
Never saw it.
Undeniable. Yep.
Never saw it.
Well, there you go.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, this needs to be remedied.
Does it though? I mean, I already saw the Jungle Book. What more do you want?
To be honest,
this is
okay.
better. It's better.
Look, like it's to be honest, it's a little overrated. I think.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's fun.
You're
It's
overrated.
fun, and your face is overrated.
Oh shit.
Actually, you know what? Fuck
you're-
that. I saw the original Bambi. Eat shit. That was fucked up.
Yeah,
it was fucked up, but it wasn't
I mean,
aggro.
Doesn't need to be.
We are way off topic.
well, folks.
I know.
We went from Beast Wars to somehow going all the way to goddamn Bambi.
freaking.
I blame
At least we're
ADHD.
still, in the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
I blame
think.
ADHD. Hashtag ADHD.
High five.
100%.
Yeah.
Hey, this is coming up pretty well. All right.
Yeah, looking good.
So, let's then bring up, since we're here, Transformers versus Mega XLR.
Megas XLR.
Megas XLR. Does anybody actually even remember that show?
Oh, I remember Megas
I do.
XLR.
I didn't even know it existed.
I would love for someone to pick it back up and revitalize it, but given the track record recently of shows that were picked back up and tried to be revitalized and how the revitalization went,
Yeah, it needs to stop.
maybe.
But you realize the thing is that Megas XLR wasn't widely known, especially since it was came out in 2004.
True.
So because it wasn't widely known and there was no giant universe to provide for it, and the design is actually simple yet complex enough, it definitely could be revitalized.
Oh yeah, I get that. I would be here for it if someone were to, take it seriously and do it and have some fun with it.
Because it also had like cyberpunk elements to it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, totally. That was rad.
It was actually a weird confluence of a lot of different things.
Let's see.
But yeah, no, that good show.
So
I mean,
apparently
again,
through all the shit talk of reboots, apparently that also means we're shitting on the
Shitting on the what?
the DuckTales reboot that was done.
Oh, no.
Which is
Oh,
actually
no.
that is
No.
that is the exception that the exception to that rule.
Every rule has its exception, and DuckTales is the goddamn exception.
That show is magic. I will hear no
David Tennant
ill
as
against it.
Scrooge McDuck is
Yep.
brilliant.
Yeah. All around brilliant voice casting for that.
Should I? So what was the other Transformers?
Yeah,
Transformers,
Transformers.
Yeah. So regular Transformers then. So the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're
Yeah,
more than
no Optimus Primals here.
Yeah.
So truck, not monkey.
Mm-hmm.
I see how this is, but which truck?
Gen 1?
From the 80s?
80s. Yeah, let's talk about 80s.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You sounded almost like Gilbert Gottfried.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's get started with this shit. Let us talk about Transformers Generation 1.
So it was basically a cartoon designed to sell some toys.
As most
and-
media is in the North America.
Especially in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
When they removed the regulations about how long commercials could be. That's how you got G.I. Joe. That's how you got Transformers. How you got He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
All of those 80s cartoons were basically just half an hour long
You can't
commercials.
forget She-Ra either.
She-Ra 2, another remake that I'm a big fan of.
Yeah,
yeah.
It is amazing.
That was a weird one because I actually knew the person who they put in charge of that was someone I knew from a webcomic beforehand.
Ooh.
Nimona, which I would recommend for people who want to check out that person's earlier work. I'm terrible with names. Hold on, let me Google.
And I'll completely derail this conversation by just simply bringing up Thundercats, if for no other reason than that glorious fucking intro.
Yes.
Fuck the rest of the show. That intro was the only reason to tune in every week.
Thundercats
It was epic.
on the loose.
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. It's so fucking 80s, and I love it to death.
Oh yeah, and gosh, I was just watching a thing of bloopers for the voice actors on Thundercats.
No.
Where was that? I was. I'll have to post that in the Discord sometime if I can find it again.
Yeah, He-Man was also so that intro.
Yes.
I really like the meme for it though. The He-Man song man.
Yes.
Can't think of the name of it.
I never got into He-Man.
I mean,
Yeah, I
if you
wasn't
go
big
back
into
and
it
watch it
either
now, it's not going to hold up. I'll tell you that.
I think like the only one out of all those. Actually, no. I think some of the G.I. Joe openings still hold up pretty well, but Thundercats out of all of them holds up the best, just because that again the animation is so fucking crisp.
G.I. Joe
That's where the budget
G.I.
went.
Joe holds up like the actual storylines hold up pretty well.
G.I. Joe is a
cartoon.
beautiful piece of artwork because, what was it, RJ? Not to get too far off topic, but you and I, we had a conversation years ago about how this thing is coming out pretty awesome, by the way.
Heck yeah.
But we had a conversation about the creation of the main villain.
Oh, yes.
And how like they couldn't rationalize making him like a serious villain, so they decided to just to simply make him absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
So it's like all of his plans are complete nut job cases.
One of my favorite episodes, and again, I'm going to tell you, this still holds up. Early on the episode, G.I. Joe raids one of Cobra's hidden bases, steals all the stolen treasure they ever stole, including like apparently they had the Mona Lisa and all that. You know, 'cause it's a cartoon; they don't care. The rest of the plot is Cobra Commander going to a loan shark to get money again. Oh yeah, they're taking all the 80s evil world leaders like Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein and Castro around, selling off parts of the Cobra headquarters to make money. He then steals money from a loan shark, and what does he use this money to do? To make a mind control rock and roll band called Cold Slither. That show was genius. And then the rest of the show is about G.I. Joe having to make their own rock band in order to overcome the mind control technology that Cobra is using. Sasha, you showed me something about ADHD
you just
plotting.
described Equestria Girls as well.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sorry, is that My Little Pony that everyone keeps talking about?
I fail to believe that you actually haven't watched it.
What, My Little Pony?
Yes.
You know what? I'll admit it. I've seen a couple episodes of My Little Pony.
Wait, the 80s or the current?
The current.
Good on you. The
Yeah.
80s doesn't exist.
Another
What?
cartoon meant to sell action figure or toys at least.
And then out of
Yes.
and then somewhere off in the distant internets, a nerd is going, "Why does my heart hurt so much?"
Yeah! Well, I completely derailed the conversation just to talk about Thomas the fucking Tank Engine.
Is that what we're doing now? Are you? Wait a minute, guys! Emergency topic scenario.
Okay.
Does
fuck.
Thomas the Tank Engine count as a giant robot?
Yes.
I get-
Yes, a sentient giant robot, but that
Yeah,
can also
he's
be
fully
piloted. This is
sentient.
very weird.
Yeah, he's basically a train transformer that can't transform.
No, it's like one of the mechs from
A
Titanfall.
sentient...
Yeah.
A sentient giant... Yeah, no, a sentient giant mech.
Yeah,
It's on
giant train.
wheels, but it
I
serves a
love how
purpose.
we're justifying Thomas the fucking Tank Engine as a goddamn mech show.
I mean, why not?
I don't even care.
Brilliant.
I just want to... Now I have an excuse to talk about why the first 5 seasons are absolute gold.
There you go. There you go.
And you know why? It's all George Carlin. Every single bit of it is George Carlin.
Yeah.
Kidding me?
Oh shit, we got a Britain here saying we don't deserve it. Yeah, well, to be fair, you're right. You're right. Ringo Starr was great. Ringo Starr, fantastic in his role. He even came back to sing for the voice of Thomas in a fucking Red Nose Day special, I think.
There you go.
However, when you have just the most foul-mouthed motherfucker in the form of George Carlin providing your narration for a kids show.
He's not wrong, ladies and gentlemen. He is not wrong.
George got to pay the bills too. He's got to eat.
But what's great is that it ends up becoming like one of his regular bits.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, I'm Mr. Conductor. I know what I'm talking about.
There you go. Morning till we join you, George. Morning till we join
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
May he forever rest in peace, harassing the assholes in heaven and in hell.
Yep.
Yep.
The town
There you
fool.
go.
By the way, folks, don't forget, you can get a picture for $5, 5 minutes, a quick little sketch. This is going to be not as high of a quality as this thing you'll see here, but don't forget, $5, 5 minutes. Go to our Patreon. Post in the links.
Oh shit! I guess now that it's been brought up, we gotta talk about Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
We gotta talk about the movie. That was
The
completely.
floor is yours.
I will say it was completely fucked in production. As much as I'd like to see it, there's no way we're getting that director's cut. Which it was ultimately the project that completely screwed Britt Allcroft out of her own company, so... And I liked Alec Baldwin. He did a decent job as Mr. Conductor. But I don't think that the British fans, understood the Shining Time Station reference. Because that was for a strictly American audience.
Oh, the Shining Time. Oh, yes. Yes.
That's where George Carlin mainly was. That's where you saw him. Mr. Conductor in Shining Time Station, but they also had Ringo Starr in there too at one.
Oh
Whoa.
my god. That makes so much sense now with RJ. That makes so much more sense now with the tower, the Dark Tower.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now I'm imagining that scene where they're riding the train in the books. Right. Now I'm imagining it with George Carlin's voice.
Yeah.
I am terrified.
Wouldn't that
be? Holy cow.
Jago, it's too late. We're already talking about this.
Well, wait. What's going on in the chat? I'm not paying attention.
Well, no, it's just the fucking film.
Oh, okay.
Stephen. So Thomas the Tank Engine is now Stephen King.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. It just
oh my god.
Yes, Django. Oh, brilliant.
So George Carlin's doing the narration for a Stephen King. Oh, shit! I would actually pay to hear that.
Right?
That would be amazing. That would be terrifying.
Yeah.
It releases tomorrow. Wait, what? How'd they do that? George Carlin from beyond the grave. Ooh.
The fewer questions asked, the less I'll have to lie to you.
It's just simply like, oh no, we just figured that somebody would actually probably raise this question at some point, so we prematurely recorded this.
There we go.
Perfect.
Thought of everything.
I don't think this is going to work the way I wanted it to, but whatever. Alright, so speaking of TV series, let's go into our favorites.
Okay.
Alright, your favorite
robots?
Your favorite either giant robot or mech series, your favorite giant robot or mech movie, and your favorite giant robot or mech. Each of you.
Okay. Do we just want to do this round robin style then?
Sure.
Red Robin standing by.
Can we do like a top 2?
I'd be okay with that because I'm partly asking these questions so that I can stall for time while I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh shit!
I'd be okay with a top and a
So I should actually be writing out a list then. Okay, let me get some software open so I can do that. That way I can remember.
Okay.
Where is it?
If I can vamp for time while I assume the other two of you guys want some time to think, because I think I can name two that came pretty quickly to mind. My favorites, if we're going with series first, and we'll move on to movies next, and then actual mecha after that. I think for my favorite, I'd have to go with Gundam: The 08th MS Team.
Yes,
because it was like the second series. Because there was OG Gundam, which was Amano. I'm not know how you're saying his name. Anyway, and it was like very basic Gundam. The war between Earth and the Moon and space colonies. The Earth Federation versus the Principality of Zeon. 08th MS Team is about that same conflict, but it zeroes in on just this one group, and it does like the MASH of Gundam.
All I can say is this: beam technology. They're using beam technology.
I mean, I have my own quote that I always remember from that one. I'll get to that one in a second, but and mixed up in this is a Romeo and Juliet style love story between the main character and this girl from the Zeon side who's piloting their super special secret weapon mech. And midway through the series, they actually do get they meet early on and kind of oh hey, you're pretty cool, I'll let you live, kind of a thing, and they go their own way. They meet up again at some point and fall in love. But then she has to go back because basically she's still kind of bound by her duty, or she feels like her only purpose is to pilot this special, doomsday mech. And at one point towards the end, the hero guy is put into this spare mech. It's not very good, and he's fighting basically a retainer of this, because like, the Earth military is structured kind of like, a typical U.S. military. It's just common folk with commanders who are trying their best. Principality of Xenon is built up like an old European-style aristocracy. There are dukes and barons.
Common folk.
And,
people of the land. Morons.
Oh, thank you, Dean Wilder. Again, morning till we join you. But he's fighting this guy in like a really high-tech suit who's just not just wiping the floor with him, wiping the floor with his whole team. And at some point, he learns about the love between him and this lady. And I forget what his line is. Something that's kind of like, what do you think, you could possibly do, like you're on opposite sides. That's just a silly dream you have. And the dude rips his mech's own arm off and is screaming, like, we are in love and we're gonna grow old together, and just slams the arm of his own mech into the head of this guy, taking him out, or at least like causing him to run away at that point. It was one of the most metal things I had ever seen when I was like in high school or something when I saw it.
Metal.
Yeah.
We see what you did there.
But yeah, it's really good. And again, that's something that we didn't really bring up in, or maybe touch on briefly, but like a lot of these, sort of like I said, the mechs are just kind of the tools of war they use. It's more about the personal growth of the people, and part of that is a lot of love stories, and that's going to lead into my second pick, which would be Full Metal Panic, a more recent anime that also kind of deals with a lot of the same themes. Only there, it's more you have a relationship between a super professional but no social skills soldier and a typical Japanese schoolgirl protagonist. And he goes undercover at her school to protect her because she's I forget, the series has like this name for people who basically have like the secrets to new technology hidden away in their head somehow. That is like, it seems like it's super important, but it's not. It like barely comes up in the show at all, because it's mainly focusing on this guy trying to fit in the school as a normal student when he's very obviously like a super soldier trained for life and has zero social skills, but is trying to protect this girl from the various shadow organizations trying to capture her and pull the secrets out of her head.
So like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Kindergarten Cop.
Yes, if Arnold Schwarzenegger was like a teenager and was protecting a teenage girl.
Or here's another. I think this is a better example. Have any of you seen the show Chuck?
Yes. Yes. If you flip the genders, that's actually really close.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So yeah, Full Metal Panic. Also, they made a comedy series in between the two main, because there's 2 seasons for Full Metal Panic, and in between they made one called Full Metal Panic Famofu, which is just a bunch of like quick comedic shorts. Also would recommend that. It's also like poking fun at a lot of like anime, but also giant robot tropes as a part of it. So fun series. Anyway, those are my top 2 picks. I'll toss it over to someone else now. I've talked enough, I think, for a bit.
Once again, any commissions? Oh, actually, before we toss over to the next, go ahead and talk to the same topic, but your favorite series, movies, or mechs. But don't forget, commissions, $5, 5 minutes, quick little sketch with some color. This is just kind of an advert. Anyway,
Indeed.
Go on.
Hold on, do we actually have a way for people to do the commissions?
There's a Patreon.
Is there? Because I tried searching for it, I couldn't find it.
I posted a link on Twitter.
Post it in the chat, dork.
I can't. It blocks all links. You got to put it in the description box.
Well, then go to. All right, so you put it in the description box. All right. Also, don't forget about our Discord, the Tridorks. That's literally what it's called, the Tridorks. And then that way you can type it as a viewer your requests. And even during the week when we're not chatting, you can give me the request and commission in advance, so then that way it'll help streamline things.
Next episode, we'll be sure to make sure Coop has fucking Streamlabs.
Yes.
That way you can donate to us directly, and we don't have to deal with this bullshit or wait to get enough subscribers and views to use Super.
However that works, sure.
Ugh.
I feel like I've failed you all.
That's fine.
We're not mad. We're just highly disappointed in you.
Not angry, just very sad.
I feel like that's not uncommon with most people who know me.
This is. Let's just say this. This is going to be a trend.
This is going to be a what?
This is going to be a trend.
Okay.
Relentless Canadian humor.
Well, that and constant disappointment in Coop cheese.
Oh,
Yeah.
disappoint.
Oh, come on. There cannot be any disappointment in this drawing here.
Well, not the drawing,
No,
but
not at all.
It's a rad drawing.
It looks awesome. It's just that in the technical aspects of running a live stream, disappoint.
I'm doing my best!
It's a learning curve in play here. So
Yeah, fair enough.
anyway, what do you guys want to pick your favorite giant robot mech series? You guys need more time to pick?
Well, I
think I
do
can pick
have
this
one, but the
series.
thing is, people might actually be pissed at me for saying it.
No, don't say it. Say it.
No. When has that ever
Okay.
stopped you before?
Fair enough. Well, to be fair, it's
That is a
Transformers,
very good...
The actual giant mech series is limited. Like I said earlier, I've only got limited experience with Evangelion. That's like my only other source, other than saying Gundam Seed. But even then, I don't remember a damn thing about it.
Fair.
The ones I do remember are basically anything Transformers. And out of all of those, the only two actually, that's a lie. The only three I've ever seen all the way through are Beast Wars, Beast Machines, the iffy sequel series that had way too much stock footage. And
I remember that.
actually, no, I lied again. It's 4 because then I remembered Transformers Energon existed.
Oh, shoot.
And then, of course, its sequel series. Not all the way through, but the vast majority where I know where the fuck Transformers Cybertron. Or, as it should be known, Galaxy Force. Because Japan.
Right.
And out of all of those, I think my favorite actually is Cybertron.
Yeah. I remember that one. That was a good one.
As much as we can gush on Beast Wars, because it's basically perfect.
Oh, yeah.
It really is basically just a perfect show because they just went ham. They loved it.
That first episode is so cringe, though.
Look, it took a while to find its stride, but when it gets to the point where Dinobot is fighting someone and they knock his tail sword away, and they're like, "What's a warrior without his weapon?" And he just cold clocks him with a rock. A warrior still. Oh, it gets me.
Dinobot
right
was
in the
the
jellies.
best character.
Oh yeah, no argument there. No argument there.
Yes, Django, I am aware that the Unicron trilogy exists. The problem is, in Japan, only Armada and Energon were at all connected. Cybertron was added on by Hasbro in the Americanization. Because it sounds nicer to have a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, out of all those, Cybertron is my fucking favorite. And there's also arguments to be made for Transformers Prime, which, in and of itself, that is actually really fucking good.
Yeah.
Now,
Ooh.
I can't make up my mind. Like, there were so many good Transformers series that have come out, like, over the past decade.
Oh yeah. Are any of you guys familiar with the More Than Meets the Eye comic book series?
Unfortunately, I am not.
Put out by, I think...
The comics. I prefer manga.
Sure, but the
Just
gosh,
sure.
Just sure you do, you fucking scrub.
that's fair, but let's see, more than
Quick question. on this drawing here, if anybody's watching. So I have a interesting mix of rounded and sharp edges. I seem to have constructed the arms to look more blocky. Should I stick with the blocky, or should I make it more smooth and round for the arm pieces?
I'll say go with it for now, but we'll have to see what is closer to the final product before we can make any actual judgments.
I think I'm already feeling the smoother thing though.
Yeah, why not mix it up? You know.
We got to vote for smooth and round.
Hey, and we also
Thank you, Positive Kitty.
We also
Yeah.
have a vote for best G1 Transformers is Cybertron games. So, you know, the war for Cybertron shit that inexplicably then had to morph into a tie-in to the Bayverse Transformers.
Who's in the chat here? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm Django. Wait. I'm Django. Is that Harrison? If that's Harrison, I'm gonna be so happy right now. Thank you, Positive Kitty. Oh, Endrit. Okay, even better.
Personally, I don't have enough experience with the Cybertron.
Well, I wouldn't say better, but you know, just equally as good. There we go. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Up until they went for the Bayverse tie-in, it was fun.
Right. But yeah, no, I would definitely recommend IDW Publishing's More Than Meets the Eye comic. It is that one made me like put the book down and like think about it for a while afterwards. It's very good.
Can we just talk about the insanity that is Transformers Shattered Glass?
Sure, yeah.
I just want to bring it up because I don't think enough people know about it.
No, please, yeah, I agree.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Okay, the basic concept is that Ironhide is actually transported to another dimension, you know, as you do.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's how we got Death's Head in Marvel Comics.
And then Ironhide must team up with the heroic Decepticons led by Megatron to take on the villainous Autobots led by the dastardly and malevolent Optimus Prime.
Yep.
It is a fucking trip. And it basically destroys the entire Transformers continuity while it's at it.
Yeah, it's a mirror universe episode in Transformers.
Except it's an entire series. And it's
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
How am I gonna pull this off?
That's the one thing of Transformers in terms of comics I have to read. Just because it's such a ridiculous concept. It just works. Also, the tie-in toys that were done for BotCon exclusively they looked pretty good. I really like that Megatron.
Nice. Let me look that up real quick.
It was basically an Energon Megatron recolor done in like I think white and with trans blue cannons and pieces. And then they changed the mold so it was more of a Gen 1 design.
Just simply
Ooh, yeah.
pieces? With the question mark?
That is a cool look, though.
I wish that was like its own proper toy line.
Sure.
Shattered Glass, the toy line, and bring back some remolds. We don't care.
Endrit, it's a real shame that you can't be a part of this conversation, because I know how much of not only a Transformers fan but also a toy collector you are. So
that'll have to be a whole other show sometime, maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm thinking one of these weekends we get you in here to do the Star Trek episode. It has to be soon, so reserve a Sunday and let me know when we can pull it off.
Here we go.
There we go. We got plans.
Plans for days. And days for plans.
Basically,
my plans.
Ruined your plans?
Are
My
you?
schemes?
Ruining
scored
my
a bunch of
plans?
continuity. You know what? Yes!
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Then Vegeta just gets blasted away by Trunks. He's sitting in the ocean. This is a weird feeling. Pride in someone else. Unfortunately, it's overshadowed by my unyielding...
So this is kind of like a smooth blockiness.
Yeah.
I don't think I did it right.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
No, hold on. I'm gonna
Make it
figure
till
it
you
out.
make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Don't overthink
yeah, I'm
it.
gonna.
Just
I'm gonna figure it out. Come on, guys.
Have some faith.
Who the hell
Just
do you think I am?
So,
I could say a wannabe artist, but I think you'd take some offense to that.
Yeah, bitch. That'd be like me saying, "Oh, so you think you can compose music?"
ooh. Except that's true. Ooh.
oh,
Ooh.
Oh,
Do you know who I'm not? I'm not John Williams, that's for fucking sure.
No, you're
No.
my no, you're not.
Don't even compare me to Grant Kirkhope. Even I'm not that good.
Yeah, you are.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, you are. You are our Grant Kirkhope.
Oh boy. Aw, shucks.
there you go.
No, you're our Gilbert Gottfried.
That too. You can
Now
contain multitude.
listen here, you son of a bitch!
Gilbert Kirkhope.
I'm not even gonna try. Because first of all, I have to do a Scottish accent. And I
With that voice.
Yes.
I have to be Scottish Gilbert Gottfried. Fuck.
Yes.
I don't think it's possible.
You can do it. We believe in you. You
This-
may not tonight, but you can do it.
This is an infinite universe with infinite possibilities. Of course you can do it.
Not this universe. I will concede that there are an infinite number comprised of infinite possibilities from the infinite number of choices we make, but not this one.
You're still gonna do it though.
You're weak.
Yeah.
You're weak.
Okay, here's the thing. Pay me $100 and I'll attempt it.
There you go.
Well,
Get paid.
folks, if you want to hear the
You,
Scottish Gilbert Gottfried commissions $5 for 5-minute sketch.
Open your
Once we
wallets.
hit once
your
we hit
hearts.
$100, he's gonna do it.
It
Open
better
your
be
wallets and your
US
hearts.
dollars. We don't want any of those Australian dollars running through here.
No
Those are even
Australian
more
dollars.
worthless they're even more worthless than the Canadian dollar.
Wow. We just lost all of our Australian fans.
What Australian fans?
Jokes.
Good question.
Cringe.
Yay.
You see, we start off on a topic, but then it completely devolves into the madness. We gotta love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Death Envoy.
That's how we do. This is how we
You're
do
welcome.
it. Alright.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, guys. So we talked about series. Did somebody mention movies at all, or have we just been rambling for?
I think we've just been doing series. We can run the movies if you want.
Favorites?
I haven't given my series yet.
Yeah, go.
Oh,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Go
Sasha,
for it.
go for
Sasha,
it.
go,
Yeah,
please.
Do it,
Of
girl!
course. So, series. I would choose if I had to pick for like a TV show. Obviously, I would choose Megas XLR because there isn't a lot of options.
Yeah. Take it.
But if series was allowed to include video games, then obviously I'd give it to the BattleTech and Mech Warrior series.
Good pull. There should be a BattleTech Mech Warrior TV show.
There
I
should
know
be.
it'd be a pain to do like the special effects and all that, but heck, we had Game of Thrones. We had ton of CG
Avatar.
and Avatar and all that. We can do a CG, or heck, do an animated one.
That isn't crap.
That isn't crap. Correct. I mean, that's always the caveat. But yeah, I would go for an animated Mech Warrior show. That'd be rad.
Get this. You know, here we go. Live action CG animated HBO series of Pacific Rim.
I was saving that
not
for the
a
movie.
Pacific Rim fan.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I've never even seen the first one.
I haven't seen.
Same
To be
here.
honest, I haven't seen either, but I've been wanting to for a long time.
I will stand for Pacific Rim, at least the first movie.
From what I hear, the first one is infinitely better just because of the cinematography.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, well, it's the difference between Guillermo del Toro and actually I don't know who they got for the second one, but there was definitely a different guy.
Del Toro's a fucking genius, though, so that's
Heck
kind
yeah.
of to be expected.
Heck yeah. I mean, he made the best Harry Potter movie. Shots fired.
Which one?
The third one, Prisoner of Azkaban.
It was very cinematically beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's my
So-
favorite though.
And
it's
that could be
definitely up
again
there
a
for me.
whole other show topic talking about Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
no, there we go. That we should do a Harry Potter episode. That'd be great.
Harry
That
Potter
is the
meets
one
Max.
where I will be completely absent, not see or hear of me.
Fair enough.
Because
Alright,
the
so
only
plan that
Harry
for when he's
Potter I've
already
seen
gone.
is Deathly Hallows Part 1, Fight Me.
Oh, what's this? Alfonso Cuarón. Was he? Oh, that guy on Pacific Rim 2? Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, I'll save my thoughts on Pacific Rim for when we talk about movie, because I think that'll probably be one of my picks for that.
Yeah, no.
No, I could have sworn Del Toro was on one of the Harry Potter movies. Hold on, let me IMDb this. Could have sworn he was on one of the movies. Maybe not as the director, but at least as one of the.
Well, like his monster and costume design.
Maybe, yeah, because I could swear he had his hand in one of them.
I honestly don't understand why.
There is no rhyme. There is no reason. All just is.
I mean, if it was Alfonso Cuarón, hats off to him. If that was him, because that is my favorite. I could have sworn. Yeah, I'm not seeing him come up on. Let's see. Prisoner of Azkaban.
Meanwhile, in an alternative dimension.
Yeah, that was Alfonso Cuarón. Okay,
Meanwhile,
I stand
in the
corrected.
Legion of Doom.
Meanwhile, in an alternative dimension where Quentin Tarantino directed a Harry Potter film.
Oh my god.
The entire film would be nothing but Snape just constantly talking to the screen as you're getting more and more afraid. Closer, you're on the edge of your seat.
Okay, first of all, no, that's not Tarantino. That's goddamn Shyamalan.
Yeah, no, because because Tarantino, he gets you on the edge of your seat the entire time, and then out of nowhere, that's when the violence happens, and then suddenly everybody dies.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Ah, well. Next thing you know, there's Shyamalan going, what a twist!
What a twist!
What a twist!
Oh dear.
And then that's when we say that Dumbledore is gay. What a twist!
well, to be fair, that's probably what the author wanted to say, isn't it?
True.
I mean,
That was kind of
hasn't she been going completely ape shit and just changing everyone's sexuality and gender just to please like the SJW crowd?
I don't think it's specifically for
No.
that. I think honestly she does enjoy those kinds of topics, and she wants to integrate it into her story. And since it's like, oh well, I never really raised this with this character, but I always felt that this character was this way. It's like, for example, in my comic series, Odd Couple comics, the character Andy or Andrea, she's bi but mostly gay, and she's actually kind of gay for Tina. I always felt that way since the time that I created her. And
but was it ever expressed? Because that's the difference.
I hadn't expressed it, yes, because it didn't make sense for the story yet.
I think that's fair.
I mean, she was supposed to kind of first start dating the character Jared, but then over time she just kind of like, she always just had like this weird crush on Tina, like just this love and aspiration and desire. And of course, unfortunately for her, it would never come into fruition. But she always had this kind of like weird love-hate relationship with her, like with Tina. She's like, I hate your guts. I hate that you're so good and talented, but at the same time, that's why I fucking love you.
I mean, that's...
And there was supposed to be a moment where Tina goes, well, hey, you know, after having like a few drinks, like, well, hey, you want to explore and experiment a little bit? And yeah, that was all originally planned 10 years ago. So I feel like J.K. Rowling has a bit of that inside of her. And then also, as politics are changing and exploring, I don't think it's necessarily because she's trying to appeal to the SJW crowd. I think it's honestly just, you know, just her wanting to add to the mythos and add to the characters.
I could see that.
Fight me.
I mean, I Am Django brings up a good point about it. You know, I do mind her blurting it out after the fact when there was nothing in the book to suggest it. I mean, I think that's kind of the whole thing about it is that she's trying to get the cred for it without actually having done the work.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then you have the new movies where, like, if they wanted to, they could write those movies to kind of build on that relationship between Dumbledore and Grindelwald. But instead it all comes down to, you know, basically a friendship bracelet that says one can't attack the other. And it's like, you know, they have plenty of chance to be like, okay, we're going to do that relationship. And the reason why he won't fight the other is because they love each other. But yet they go out of their way to kind of just tiptoe around that fact. And it's like, well, are you going to actually do it? Or are you just going to say you're doing it and not actually have to really risk anything?
So, in short, basically what we're saying is if you're going to do it, just fuck already!
Yep, there's that.
Well, okay.
But I also get what Coop's saying in like his series. Like, there's a fine like you can have like different motivations for a character that are going on in the background that you don't have to spell out. And you know, hopefully, what happens is it'll come out in the way they act around certain people. You know, even though it's not outright stated. But then later you may want to say like, okay, hey, you know, for people who maybe didn't get it, here's what I was thinking in the back of my head when I was writing dialogue or describing scenes with this character. Here was the motivation that made them act the way they acted. And you know, sometimes players don't see that, or players, readers don't always.
Same difference.
Viewers, don't always pick up on that. So I can see wanting to explain yourself afterwards, but for that, there's always, you know, death of the author, where you can just say, yeah, it doesn't matter what the author was trying to do. What I read into it is all that really matters. So
adding in facts like that, like on the post-mortem, is kind of a fruitless endeavor anyways.
It can be. But
Because in the eyes of the reader, most of the time, it doesn't matter what the author was thinking when they penned the words or wrote the comic. All that matters is what shows up on the page. Or if you're a director, what shows up on the screen.
Or
Sure,
what's
but-
also written.
Sure, you can drop the hints, just where you can justify it, but if it's not there, it's still all speculation.
I respect that because I can see the argument also in the sense of, in the same way that a musician can put out a song and they had intention for what that song was going to, or a band, not just a single musician, but when they write a song, they had an intention for what this song meant. Well, now the intention has left the creator and is now food for thought for the receiver. And now the song is the song is owned technically by everyone because everyone has their own interpretation of what that means. So,
like I said, look at Bohemian Rhapsody.
Unless you just directly spell it out, you know, everyone's gonna take it maybe a little bit differently. You know? And to be honest, if she always figured that he was gonna be gay, then you know what the cool thing is? She did forgive the pun, she didn't shove it down our throats.
I was about to say that's the other side of the argument.
Because that basically kind of goes to show, like, just because you're gay doesn't mean you have to be a fag about it. Excuse the language, but folks, basically it's like you don't have to be blowing it up and wearing it on your sleeve. It's fine to come out, it's fine to be prideful, but you don't have to be screaming it in order to be considered actually gay. So if he just happens to have a loving relationship with another guy, and then just went about his business like a normal bloke, that sounds awesome. I don't give a shit. Either way, we are way off topic.
About to say, Sasha, I think we kind of just ran over your whole section there. You recommended Megas XLR and a couple of them. We went off on a big tangent. Did you want to say anything else before? Sorry about that.
No, I don't remember much about it actually, so don't worry about it.
Okay, just want to make sure you had your chance.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Sashimi.
It's okay. Fine.
That didn't sound fine.
Oh, I'm going for a walk.
All right. Actually,
no,
okay,
I mean literally. I have my headphones in and I'm walking.
Oh! I thought you told me to go for a walk.
No.
And I'm like, I'm drawing.
Good. Yes, you go for a walk.
Haha.
Haha.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, man. You know what? Just to briefly get back on that topic, because I was kind of thinking the same thing, and then your boy James actually basically brought up what I was going to say, only in the reverse order. Think of it like this. Like, how annoying would it be? Like, when we talk about shoving something down someone's throat, think about it this way. Being straight is considered normal, so what if you were to just go around screaming, "Hey everyone, I'm straight!" Non-stop.
I mean, there are people who do that in their own way, but...
Yeah. Well, okay, look, I actually...
What if you were to shove that down someone's throat?
I actually rented a room with a gay guy. I had no problems with doing that. I'm like, hey, you're kind of cool, whatever. But he was obnoxious over it. Like, I don't know why, like, why would you ever, like, in your own apartment just cry out and sing, "I'm gay"? I'm like, is that entirely necessary? Do you really need to do that? Are you trying to call out for other neighbors who might be listening and looking for a dirty hand job or something?
I mean, if this was before certain dating services, maybe.
No, it was during certain dating services.
Okay. Well, then I guess he has no excuse then.
Yeah, it was really, and he was one of those guys. He was like, "Hey, yeah, man, kind of like, just doing my thing in the house naked." I'm like, "Sure, whatever. You're a guy. I'm a guy. I don't give a shit. I've seen my own penis, and I've, whatever." And he would obnoxiously just be in the hallway, like just blocking me. Just straight up naked. I'm like, this is obnoxious. Why are you doing this? It was bad. So I'm sorry for that little rant there, but it's like, yeah,
Man,
no.
I'm glad my gay roommate wasn't like that. It's just that he was really fucking lazy.
Yeah, no. It's like, okay, it's cool if you're gay. I don't care. Hell, I'm in a weird, kind of interesting relationship. I'm not gonna judge. But don't fucking wear it on your sleeve, bruh. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. Anyway, sorry, once again, total tangent.
Let's get back on topic because we just did the favorite series. Let's get to the movies, shall we?
Yeah, movies. You guys do that and I use the washroom.
Cool. Who wants to go first?
I'll talk about the only technical movie I've seen out of this genre. Actually, no, that's a lie, because again, there's like 4 of them, but fuck the others, because the Transformers the movie is the only Transformers movie. Fight.
No, I can't argue with you.
I am highly
I'll
uneducated
give
in this
credit to the
subject.
first Transformers film. It was exciting to see all those characters on the big screen doing their thing, being Transformers.
Sure.
I rewatched it recently. It's fucking good. It's enjoyable. It's just that the sequels just got so goddamn repetitive. It was stupid.
And it just
Not even Mark Wahlberg could save that.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, and again, we talked about earlier how the 80s Transformers were basically a big commercial for toys, but that movie actually has a pretty deep message to it. I mean, like, there's a lot of I'm not going to say it's great, that it's like a great classic, but like that's a movie that, like, from the series where like people get shot apart all the time and then get put back together. The very first thing you see in that movie is you see a giant planet eat another planet, and like everyone on it dies and gets eaten.
That film, again, it's so 80s, but holy fucking shit, Toei Animation. The guys who've done Dragon Ball, One Piece, a whole bunch of our favorite childhood memories.
Sure.
They did such a fantastic job on that film.
Yeah. And I mean, like, and then like immediately after that, all your faves from the show die horribly. You see like smoke and shit come out of their mouth and eyes, and they die.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
And then your favorite, Optimus Prime, the truck, he dies, like, has a big old deathbed death scene, and the color fades from him, and he dies.
And then...
And this is all in the first act.
And then the coronation of King Starscream.
Yeah? Oh, man.
Hold on, I'm sorry, but
Starscream.
that wasn't a... I'm just gonna say this. Coronation Starscream? This is bad comedy. Oh my god. Oh, Leonard D. Calvin makes me so happy.
Oh, that is a star-studded cast for that.
Oh my god, I am so happy.
Eric Idle,
Oh my god.
Orson Welles.
May he rest in peace as well.
Morning till we join him, Orson. But then, like, the whole message of the movie is like, yeah, all this terrible stuff happens, mainly to get rid of the old characters so they can introduce new characters for new toys. But they still weave in the story about, like, yes, the universe and the world is almost infinitely cruel and will take away all the things you love seemingly at a whim. But there's the whole thing with Hot Rod and Cup, where they do the thing with the universal greeting, and the first time they use it, it fails horribly. but they still manage to get out and try again. And then they meet the junk bots, and you think, and they're getting ready to fight them, but Hot Rod comes on and says, "No, let's try the universal greeting again." And you've been conditioned at this point to think like, "Hot Rod, no, don't do that." But then
we've already been conditioned that Hot Rod's a idiot because he didn't get out of the way. Damn it!
But
I have,
it works.
I have returned. What did I miss?
Weird Al's Dare to Be Stupid starts playing.
That was one of the weirdest soundtrack decisions ever, and
but it works because it's like, yeah,
cheese.
just because
it's cheese.
But it's telling you, like, yeah, just because the universe is terrible and will try and take everything from you, doesn't mean you shouldn't still try to reach out to other people to make friends. Because that's like, they need the junk bots in order to get off that planet and stop Unicron.
In short, dare to be stupid, people.
Or just the very next song, when the song that cues up when they crash through Unicron's eye, "Dare" by Stan Bush. Just like,
Jeez.
Stan! Oh my God, Stan!
the soundtrack, yeah, man.
That was a star-studded soundtrack too. Holy shit!
Yeah, no, they got a whole bunch of neat stuff for that, and like the whole climax of the whole movie is you have Galvatron there with the matrix of leadership strung around his neck, saying like, "Come on out, Autobot. May as well die now. You're gonna die eventually. There's no hope for you." And Hot Rod just comes out of court and says, "Not today, fool!" and bops him on the head, and that's the end of the movie. At that point, he opens up the matrix of leadership. Unicron explodes, and like all that's in a stupid kid show as a toy commercial telling you like, yeah, no, we know the world is shitty and will try its best to crush your dreams, but you can't give up hope. Just because of that, you have to keep trying. Yeah.
Cried in the theaters.
Oh yeah.
That scarred people. The mothers were so pissed that when they went around to doing the G.I. Joe movie,
they added in that
they couldn't kill Duke. They had it shot where he was dead, and it's okay. He's unconscious. What?
Doc says Duke's gonna be okay. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Man, speaking of great animation, the opening of that G.I. Joe movie is
Jesus.
Bananas.
Oh,
Cue that up. It's like a 5-minute thing. Cue that up on YouTube sometime. You will be amazed that they're like, this is 80s cartoon animation? What the?
Dude, you guys, everyone seems to forget like the quality level of animation that came out of the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. Let's go all the way back to frickin' Pinocchio.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. I mean, look at the beauty that is Sleeping Beauty.
Sure.
The imagery, the style, everything about it was extraordinary. Let's take a look at frickin' I can't believe I'm blanking out on the name of this film. It's the animation to music by Disney.
Oh, Fantasia.
Fantasia, thank you. I feel like an idiot.
I need a little context. That's all I needed.
Okay, so either way, it's like, oh my gosh, that was honestly revolutionary. No one had seen anything like that.
Yeah.
And then you look at there's some really weird, dark cartoons that came out of the 80s, specifically films.
Sure, yeah.
Like, what's that one where it's like rock and roll, but kind of like weird anthropomorphic animals?
Rock and Rule?
Rock and Rule! Yes!
Okay.
Sonic Underground.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! No! Never again!
Sasha, I'm putting my hand up to my screen, high five through the screens.
I hate you.
Oh my God!
I hate.
Hey,
why?
He called it straight out.
Why do you do?
Playing music.
Sonic Underground was such abysmal garbage.
But it was campy, and that's what made it watchable.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not watchable in any shape or form.
I got through like 5 episodes before questioning my sanity.
No, the thing is that she knows that this is an actual trigger thing for me, and so she pulls this bullshit on me. Like, she's done it 3 times to me now, and I'm like, why do you bring this up? I hate.
To be fair, at least there isn't any actual bestiality like in Sonic 06.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, that's a good point.
Oh, never forget.
Press F to pay respects.
Big oof.
No, do not get the lair. Do not get the lair. Cancel. Oh god.
Do not bring up that game. What, Sonic 06? Okay, I'll just keep bringing it up because it's still better than Sonic Boom.
It is.
But the cartoon was good.
Get
No,
out
no,
the
but-
way.
no, but
Get
the-
out the way.
No, but the cartoon is amazing. It's hilarious.
The cartoon, it's perfect. The game,
Yes.
Rise of Lyric, it's an abomination.
Well, here's the thing, and it wasn't actually the game developers team's choice. See, they were building this and they had a lot of great ideas and they were working on it, but they didn't have the budget for it. And Sega was running through some really hard times at the time. And so then
just like with Sonic 06, it's a similar thing.
and basically they said
they didn't.
So basically they said, you know what? Just it needs to come out we need the money, so just put it out there. Like, it's not done. I don't care. They're like,
those people buy it anyways. They'll buy it anyways. Just put it out. Go. Just put it out. Go.
The
Just
team
go.
was
Just go.
the team was like, this is seriously not even a beta. This is an alpha.
Oh no.
Don't care. Put it out.
Doesn't matter.
We need
Put
the
it out
money.
there. All right, you got 2 months. You got 2 months to make it a beta. Are you kidding me? You have 2 months to make it a beta. Go.
We're not even out of pre-alpha, you idiots.
Sad.
They had 2 months to try to patch it up as best as they could. They actually were originally going to scrap the entire project. And Sega said, nope, we need the money, so throw it out there. And they're like, okay. And then they said...
the people at the devs are just like, you know, this is gonna fucking kill us.
And they're like, it doesn't matter, just say that there's a new game out there, don't put out any commercials, don't even advertise it, just put it out there, someone's gonna buy a Sonic game. Just do it. Just go. Boom, boom, boom. So we can actually pay for the projects that we actually want to do.
Right.
And Big Red Button's going, thanks for shoving us under the bus.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it's really, really sad because I believe that they had a lot of potential. A lot of
Absolutely.
potential. They had a lot of great ideas. Unfortunately, it was just a really buggy, janky mess that was... It like, that's what it looks like when a game is only half made.
You're not wrong.
And so it's
Not
just
wrong.
really disappointing because it's more tragic than anything. And I did a whole playthrough over the weekend. I knew nothing about this story. I just simply picked it up and played it, and I'm just like, are you serious, guys? Like the Game Grumps run through of Sonic Boom was literally everything that I was thinking.
Oh wow.
Like word for word, note by note, exactly what I was thinking. I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe that this is happening. And then then by the end to the last level, I'm like, oh, it's like they put all of their time and effort in the last episode, and I'm just like, oh, it all makes sense now. It's so beautiful. And I had this snapping moment going, wait a minute. How do I know that this isn't Stockholm Syndrome?
Hey, a moment of self-reflection, you know.
But yeah, no, but even so, that even that isn't the worst Sonic game ever made.
Don't you be putting down Shadow.
No, Shadow's fine.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna completely ditch the topic of the giant robots just to talk about Sonic, we can.
No. We'll have a different episode about Sonic. But
Yeah, that's a whole.
But this
whole
has already
series.
become a Sonic episode.
To be fair,
It won't be a
to
Sonic
be
episode,
fair,
it'll be a Shadow
hold on.
episode.
To
Fuck
be
off.
fair,
Fair.
Dr. Eggman does tend to have giant robots, so there we go.
Oh my god, Sonic the Hedgehog is a mech show.
Oh my god.
So my favorite
Everything's related to Nintendo.
So my favorite mech series is Gurren Lagann.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking Gurren Lagann.
Trigger.
It does. I mean, there comes a point where you would think that your robot, that your giant mech machine is big enough when your enemies are throwing literal planets at you and you're taking it like nothing.
Sure.
You would think that your robot's big enough. No.
Spoilers.
That's when the
Well,
production.
a decade-old show.
That's when the production.
Hey,
That's when the
still need to
production.
watch it.
That's when the production team puts the editors in a closet, tie them up, and gag them, and say, "We're gonna do what the fuck we want, bitch."
And why does this happen? Because Trigger.
And so, anyway, I don't necessarily have a favorite mech movie. Who the fuck is typing like a SJW over there?
I was gonna say,
I'm making popcorn. I'm making popcorn.
Oh,
Hey,
you're
popcorn.
I
Anyway,
didn't realize it was that loud.
That's okay.
I just heard like nonsensical clacking, like like just emotional typing. I'm like, the fuck? And yeah,
That's
that.
popcorn. I know that sound. I recognize the sound of popcorn anywhere.
As for movies, oh, Macross Plus.
That's a good one.
That one's
Also,
creepy
one I'm
crazy.
uneducated on.
Yeah.
That one's creepy crazy because it's like, what if, what's that Japanese, AI pop star, Miku?
Oh yeah, Miku Hatsune.
Yeah, imagine if Miku Hatsune, somehow plugged herself into a giant mech version of the Enterprise and went evil.
Interesting.
So like Darling in the Frags, only without the evil.
It was nuts. And it was beautifully animated. They did the, all of...
That's not the more recent Macross movie, right?
No. This was the Macross movie from the 90s.
Gotcha.
They completely predicted the Miku thing with a digital pop star AI. It's
that was
incredible.
That was like OG Macross was what's her face? I can't think of the name of the character.
Macross has always had music involved in the story. But
exactly. Yeah.
Hold on, I need to keep drawing so this isn't stale for people.
You're doing fine.
But
No, my popcorn is fresh.
Nice.
But but as for my favorite mech of all time, oof, that's a hard one.
We jumping straight to favorite mechs?
Let's just jump into straight up favorite mechs, and you guys go.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm gonna need some time to think about that. But while I'm thinking about that, in terms of favorite movies, I've always liked Iron Giant.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Even though I know we were saying that doesn't count, but
It's a giant mechanized. It's sentient.
giant robot. It still counts as giant robot. I'm categorizing it as giant robot.
I am Superman. That's all I gotta say.
I am Superman.
Another great early role for your boy Vin Diesel.
God damn.
And
Why did you wake me up? I was high-fiving Vin Diesel.
But I enjoy the first Pacific Rim too, and I will also admit the second movie isn't as good, but I enjoyed the second movie as well too. It was if the first movie was the 80s monster mashup, Godzilla style flick. The second movie was the 90s TV series movie, where it's the next generation trying to figure things out. They also made Charlie Day kind of the villain, which was great. There was also a little bit of End of Evangelion influence in there too, with the weird kaiju infested robots. But silly series. It's maybe the best dumbest movie I can think of. So this is extremely dumb, but it's right up my alley.
Speaking of extremely dumb giant robot movies, the first 2 Power Ranger films.
Yes, with Ivan.
Ooh, guys, sorry, interjecting just for a quick second.
Oh yeah.
On Twitter, @RealLifeGaming3 just said congrats on 100 subs.
Oh, whoa!
There we are, right there, 100.
We're at
subs.
100 subs.
There we go. Oh, by the way, may I take this brief moment? We're at our final stretch of the hour. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget about True Apparel. TRUAPPAREL #1. Don't do the number like hashtag #1, just the #1. On Twitter, so @TrueApparel1. They provide nerd and gaming centric apparel. Basically, just contact them either on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. And they're kind of an online mop-up kind of shop. So they're, a small company at the moment. But if you contact them, they'll make your custom apparel for whatever nerdy gaming stuff that you want. So, and it's comfy, and it's awesome. And I've seen the quality from pictures, at least. But let's hear also, once again, from someone who actually has one of their products.
Hey, so I've got one of their black cotton tees, and it's incredibly comfortable. And the design that I chose was of a neat retro NES controller with the True logo on it, and a fist holding it up. And they used a very unique design on it, and it's one of my favorite shirts.
So, how easy is it to actually work with them?
Incredibly easy. You send off a message on Twitter or contact through Facebook or Instagram, and usually within a day is able to get back to you with a quote.
Nice.
Fantastic. Pricing is, I'm guessing, relatively acceptable?
Very much so. And they do have their prices on their Facebook and Instagram as well.
Wonderful. So don't forget, folks.
I'm going to check them out right now.
True Apparel 1. Yeah. True Apparel 1. True Apparel 1. That's TRUAPPAREL 1. Okay, so
hashtag sponsored.
Yep. Actual sponsorship. I mean, 3rd episode, and wow, we're already there. And wow, we have 100 subscribers. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Guys, also don't forget, you can join our Discord. You can request drawings
we should be putting an invite link in the description after the stream, because it's not there because someone forgot to do it.
We're learning as we go.
Anyway, but as the image shows, commissions for $5. You get a 5-minute sketch. This is definitely not a $5 5-minute sketch. This is something where I would have been spending about an hour on, but I'm spending a little bit more of an hour on. I'm really enjoying doing this picture, to be honest.
Yeah, we've been doing this for nearly 2 hours. That's how long you've been at it.
I know. So, but I can whip that shit out really fast if you want it. I honestly can, but I'm just kind of indulging myself since no one else is requesting. So,
folks, if you want to see those skills put to the test, put your money where your mouth is.
yeah.
Join us next
To our Patreon.
Join us next time when we have Streamlabs up and running.
There we go.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Whatever works.
There you go.
In the meantime, enjoy this just luxuriously well-drawn robot.
It's definitely not what you'd call animation quality, but and I'm talking about in terms of. Actually, no, it very well could be. This could be an animation quality fucking robot that you could see in in animation. I you know what? Fuck it, I'd pay to see that now.
I mean, are you looking at it? Are you not looking at it?
Yeah. Now I'd pay to see it. I will pay you to animate this.
Nice.
Doing something, I don't know, like going from a basic standing position to like a victory pose or something, I don't know.
Well,
something very anime-esque.
Well, this is more for like comic style. Like if I were to do it anime, it'd be much more simplistic in design. Well, I mean, the design is simple, but I'm adding a lot of extra details that I don't need to add.
Yeah, fair enough. Just make it look pretty, white boy.
That's what I... Dude, bro, you're the whitest out of all of us here. Comedy.
It's funny because it's true.
You're all white to me.
I mean, fair.
It says the white Canadian.
Me?
Aren't you white?
No.
I thought you were.
Look at her Twitter.
I'm East Indian and Native Canadian descent.
Okay,
Oh.
so you're one of those hybrid engines.
Yep, I tan real nice.
Wow.
If anyone found that offensive, I don't care.
It's true though.
Right on.
Yep.
You're a hybrid Indian. There you go. There you go. I wouldn't say the best of both worlds, but
Well, you've met me.
not in person. I haven't. You're all the way in Ontario.
You're all the way in Berta.
This is true.
And I haven't met either of you because y'all are all the way over in Canada.
Ain't
Ew,
that
he said y'all.
Oh, ain't that the truth, you filthy American?
Yeah, you hoser.
I'm a priot. I'm a priot. Wow, listen to me.
And who are we to argue?
I'm a pirate. Goddammit.
You're a priot, Jesus Christ.
That was so dumb. Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
but you're
We now need to
failed.
change your role in the Discord server to priot.
I have failed.
You fool.
I am a fool. I will not deny.
You foolish, foolish fool.
Tune in next week for a special episode, The Priots.
We'll discuss Vegeta's pink shirt. And make jokes about the Saiyan Pride Parade.
The Saiyan Pride Parade? Oh no.
Better than Ewok Pride Parade.
Hey, I like the Ewoks.
Yeah, but
Who doesn't like the Ewoks?
Aren't we
also
talking
you'll
about
defend their Pride Parades.
Aren't we talking about favorite mechs?
Ewok.
Favorite mix.
ATST. AT-AT.
Those are good.
Honestly, I like the battle armor from Mech Assault 2.
Yeah.
Light, mobile, jump jets, not much bigger than you are, kind of like an exoskeleton, much stronger, and
Sure.
kick-ass LED lighting.
Got the
And-
light, yep, the undercarriage lights, and
All the accent lighting was just. Mwah.
there you go.
Let's see. If I had to pick one other, with it, I'm trying to remember what it was. Give me a second.
Go for it.
Somebody else fill the space while I.
Sure. I mean, I guess if I had to pick, I've always really loved the design of the Crossbones Gundam. Speaking of Priats or pirates, it is a pirate-themed Gundam. It has a giant skull in its chest. Its backpack has like extendable like rocket arms that form a crossbone, and its weapons are a beam cutlass and a laser pistol fashioned like a flintlock. It is the most brand accurate Gundam I think they've ever made, other than the Death Scythe Gundam for goth people, which is another one of my favorites, the Death Scythe from Gundam Wing.
Okay, I'm sorry. May I make a quick tangent about Gundam Wing?
All right. Yeah.
Wasn't that the one people really hated?
That
even more
okay?
than
No. That was like it was really super popular when it came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I hated it.
Oh.
There were only 3 good things that came out of Gundam Wing:
Okay.
the music, the mech design,
Yep.
and the movie.
Yeah, the Endless Waltz.
Endless Waltz.
That was a good movie.
That was fun. That was fine. As an animated series, especially the English dub, it was shit.
Oh, was that the one with the guy who, the girl like confesses her love for him, and he's like, "I'm here to kill you."
Well, no. In the English dub, he just simply looks over at her and says, "I'm going to destroy you." Not kill, destroy. Even though the original line was, "I'm going to kill you." Also, my favorite voice in the show is the most cringe, and it's the politician who's like, "What? Just what? Ah!"
What?
I hated hearing it every day on Toonami. I hated it.
Who is the guy? Because I don't have much of an opinion on this show. Like,
forgive me.
I will not die on that hill, like trying to defend it. But I also I can't fully, because I thought it was just like, this is all right. I don't care. But the guy who actually piloted Death Scythe was amazing. Do you think like the guy who piloted, I think it looks like a giant vampire Gundam, would be this huge goth guy, but like this weird laid back biker was the pilot for it, and I always thought that was that's kind of that's unexpected.
I hated everything about that show.
Well,
mainly also because of the
I'm not gonna argue with you over it.
Mainly
Probably
also
wasn't.
because the quality of the animation. It was so choppy. It was blocky. It was choppy. The frame rate was running at less than 12 frames per second until it got to a battle. But most of the time, it was just like the mouths didn't even close when they were talking. It was just 2 frames, half open, full open, half open, full open. I'm just like, I hate all of this.
Duo Maxwell, that's the guy I was thinking of. Anyway, but yeah.
No,
Fair
cool
enough.
character design. As an anime, awful. As a manga, however, much better. Because
I'm sure.
at that point, it's like, I don't have to worry about animation. I can appreciate the art and the character design and everything else for itself. Doesn't mean that the story still wasn't shit, but...
Honestly, it's been so long I can barely... all I remember is that one scene of the girl, like, trying to, like, be nice to the guy, and the guy is saying he's gonna kill her. that stands out to me. And then
That's the first episode.
Probably, yeah, that makes sense. And then the weird laid back biker guy piloting, the goth Gundam. Like, that's kind of silly, but again, I am neither for it nor against it.
Yeah, no. When our mutual friend showed me 8th MS Team, I was like, oh, thank God, they finally redeemed themselves.
That's the hill I'll die on. I will die on a hill for 08th MS Team.
It's beautiful.
Gundam Wing and Gundam Seed. I'm like, they're fine. They're whatever.
There was that one other weird Gundam series where it was like where they had like totem style Gundams where it's like,
ooh.
But so like one was like they reflected animals. Like one was like a fish one that came from the sea, and the other one was like a dragon one that came from a volcano. And
I don't know if I remember that one.
And they stood in the middle like of this platform in the cockpit. They didn't sit; they were standing, and they would have to like actually like move themselves and actually fight.
And they had like a suit.
Yeah.
Wait, are you talking about G Gundam?
G Gundam, yeah.
Because that wasn't animals and stuff. That was whole nations. That is okay. G Gundam. I will also die on that hill because that one is so dumb. It's great.
To be honest,
you get the American sports Gundam. You get the Mexican sombrero Gundam.
Wait, Emily. Am I think? Oh, wait. Are we talking about the same one?
I mean, that's the one where they have like suits and they're like standing up and they're actually like throwing punches and the robot like.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. Cool.
That's also the one where you only see it in flashback, but you see the American because it's like all the different nations have their own Gundam. Like you have a British Gundam that's like one of the English Royal Guard. The Russian one is big and chonky and is all about. It looks like a giant Tsarist soldier from like World War One. But there was also an Iraqi Gundam.
Yeah.
And it's a Scud missile.
Well,
so you know exactly what time period the series came out in when that was topical.
But I mean, like, they had a lot of animal-looking ones too. Like there was a fish one. And
well, like again, different nations. Like eventually they started running out of ideas. Like I think Holland had the fish. No, sorry, Holland had the giant windmill Gundam. But yeah, there was a fish one for one of the nations. There was a Greek Zeus Gundam that rode a horse Gundam. I'm telling you, this show was really dumb. It was
wow.
It's so good. Like it's so dumb it wraps around to being good again by just being.
Well,
there's no thing that's too far.
I mean, there was a reason why it had a charm on me because I love shows and movies especially that are just so dumb that they're good.
That is G Gundam to a T.
Yeah. At first I hated it, but then I started getting into it, and my brother got some of the toys.
Yeah.
And they were like these cool Transformers too, right? And I'm like,
sure.
These are awesome. I was totally down for it. Which is actually this is going to be kind of a cross-platforming advertisement.
Sure.
For our role-playing server. We have a role-playing server that Dash Magnum and Ed is rarely active on, and myself, called inspired by Dan Avidan's Starlight Brigade.
Yeah.
And we all recently just went through our individual chapters to get our upgraded suits of armor. This is season 1 is basically like a fantasy Voltron. And so I wanted to tell you, Dash, that Tina's mech, which is the cat dragon fusion.
Yep.
The way she pilots it is just like that Gundam series.
Nice. The G Gundam series, cool.
Yeah, so she stands there, and it's like a stage. It's like a rock star stage.
Sure.
And she's just rocking out with her guitar. It's freaking sick.
Nice.
So anyway, random tangent there. But, I can't say that I know what my favorite mech is, though.
It's
And
not
if you're having,
not
if
the
you're
one
having
from,
trouble,
Huh?
it's not the one from Gurren Lagann.
I mean,
you already give that show enough head. Might as well blow it a little bit more while you're at it.
I mean...
Death Envoy, everybody.
I'm not gonna say no, but at the same time, like, in the same way that I can say that even though I recognize that Empire is the better film, I prefer Jedi. So,
Right.
as much as I love the Gurren Lagann mech, I might actually have to give it to the Macross.
The jets that turn into robots, those are good too.
Those are
Really cool.
Those are pretty damn sick. Well, no, I meant the full-on ship.
Oh, the ship. I mean,
The
that one's
full
cool.
ship.
Which also turns into a giant robot.
That is called the Macross, isn't it? That is the Macross.
I'm pretty sure. I might have to do some Google foo to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure you're right.
I think that
I was thinking of the jet fighters that turn into like Gundam style mechs.
Yeah, I think that.
Oh, you're thinking Battletech. Not Battletech. You're thinking
Robotech.
Robotech.
Robotech is Macross.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same.
Yay! I learned something.
That was the Harmony Gold dub, wasn't it?
Probably.
Hmm?
I know they're the. I know Harmony Gold has held onto that license for freaking ever, even though they're not doing anything with it. But
Is Harmony Gold still around?
Kind of
I thought they went out of
like
business.
Activision with Tony Hawk.
yeah, I mean, I think technically, I think Harmony Gold's like a real estate holdings company, and they're just holding on to the license because it still generates a little bit of revenue every now and then. And
Huh.
I think they just renewed their licensing on it recently. I remember seeing that popping up in the news.
Oh, jeez.
That's weird.
People were pissed about it because they were hoping it would lapse and someone else would get it and they'd actually do something with it.
Yeah.
Well, technically, you know what? To be honest, sorry, Tony, but your reign has been run. So there's nothing wrong with admitting that. Okay, it's a spent brand.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you were right. Harmony Gold does deal in real estate now. Their dubbing studio is gone.
I mean, it doesn't
It's been-
surprise me. They haven't done anything with it forever.
It's been gone since 06.
Oh,
Wow.
shit. I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Apparently, they also had
Sonic
dubbing
06
the
killed them, even if they weren't involved.
Oh, no.
Oh right, I remember that Harmony Gold also did a dub of Dragon Ball.
No.
Oh,
What?
Whoa.
OG Dragon Ball.
Whoa.
What? What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Will?
What you talking about?
I remember I'd heard the name. It's like, because fucking Kaiser Neko of Team 4-Star, he was talking about like his inspiration for when he voices Oolong in DBZA. He said that it was partially based off of the actor who was in the Harmony Gold dub of Dragon Ball. The voice actor for Oolong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like it was so obscure. I actually looked it up. Like Jesus.
Dang, yo.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
All right, well then, let's bring it to the end of the show. Let's talk about.
We're gonna talk about my favorite mech.
Oh yeah, go man.
Oh yeah, your favorite mech.
I'm gonna talk strictly about design because if I was to go into more characterizations, I'd just be talking more Transformers, and that just gets old after a while. So let's talk designs.
Let's do it.
Go.
Let's just talk Gundam Epion for a second, or Epion, however it's pronounced.
Oh yeah, that also from Gundam Wing, right?
I think so. It's a badass fucking design.
The red one, yeah, that one does look. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
That's a fine design. And also, I'd like to point out that no one brought up Code Geass yet, so I'm gonna bring up Code Geass.
That deserves a mention. That deserves a mention too. Yeah,
it does.
Their mech designs are a hell of a lot more realistic than anything else we've talked about so far.
Wait. You haven't. You obviously have. You obviously haven't seen Gundam.
You're right.
What was it? Team 006?
You're right. I haven't. In terms of the stuff I know, it's still over the top anime, but it definitely keeps it more grounded. What else is there? What other mechs have like fantastic designs that look at it and be like, yeah, that's pretty hot.
Do we want to bring up the mechs in Evangelion at all?
You know what? Screw it. Let's bring up Ava.
I mean, we kind of been dancing around it this whole time.
Well, yeah.
Da 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 da.
Glad he can be that loud.
Hey, somebody has to be, and if somebody has to have a talent or skill, loud can be a talent and or skill.
And the problem is, I was mostly on key for that one too, so.
Hey, you did good. You did good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Congrats. Good job.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. Yeah, no, the design of the Avas are, they're unique. I'll give them that.
They're this weird kind of like maybe the creepiest mecha design.
That's because it's like a biotech because it's made from a real...
Spoilers!
Yes, that.
It's a multiple decade-old series, but sure.
Spoilers.
No,
I'm still watching through it.
Actually, RJ, I will have to agree with them. I still believe in, like, if someone has never seen Star Wars, the original trilogy, I'm not going to spoil any of the spoilers. In respect for the art. It's like, you can look that up all you want, but if you haven't seen it and you don't know, I'm not going to say it.
I know the
for big twists, yes. Like things that like change the entire context of the series, I would agree. Darth Vader being Luke's father.
Shut up.
Shield being
Shut up.
Shield being infiltrated by Hydra.
Spoilers.
Rosebud being the sled.
Shut the fuck's sake.
Snape killing Dumbledore while you're at it.
I am legitimately gonna hurt you
It was all
the next
just a
time I
dream.
physically see you.
I mean, granted, for me, I found out about Darth Vader being
Sonic
Luke's
Underground
father when I saw
exists.
Return of the Jedi first before Empire.
Sonic Underground exists.
Hey, you want to know the dumbest?
I fucking hate you right now.
Oh god. To be fair, just to get
Soylent
back on
Green
the
is
topic-
people.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Thank you, Django.
What did he say?
Soylent Green is people.
Yep.
In The Happening, it was the trees.
Trees are killing people with mind control.
It was the
Spores.
trees. It was the trees. What a twist!
The twist.
What a twist! That I gave away.
Ferris wasn't actually in his bed, but still got away with it.
Would a priest?
With the exception of big twists like that, though, I kind of feel like spoilers are a learned problem that we taught ourselves. Because, like,
Explain.
most things that... Again, like, I learned Darth Vader was Luke's father because I saw Return of the Jedi before I saw Empire Strikes Back. And it didn't really ruin my enjoyment. When I went back and watched Empire Strikes Back, that scene still works. Because, like, it's one thing to be told something, it's another to actually, like, see it in context and feel the full emotive force of whatever that is. I mean, yeah, sure, for
That's
big
fair.
twists, I'll be like, yeah, sure, don't give away the big twist that changes the whole understanding, the whole context of the story. But everything else, to me, that's not spoilers, that's advertisements. Idris Elba's going to be voicing this kind of movie? Heck yeah. Or it can be something that tells me, like, maybe I don't want to see that. Maybe that's not for me. I mean, that's the whole point of trailers. I don't get people who say, like, oh, well, trailers give away the whole movie. Like, well, yeah, they want you to know whether or not you're going to like it. I mean, that's the
Toothless
purpose
kills
of it.
Hiccup's
It's
father.
like, hey, here's what the story is going to be kind of like. Sure, we're giving away some stuff, but this is so you know, like, yes, this is for you, or no, I think I'll probably avoid this one and see something else instead. I mean, yes, absolutely. Big twists, keep those under wraps because those should be enjoyed, by the person for the first time. But to me, everything else is just advertisements or reasons to or to not see something.
So what you're saying is, it depends on one's certain point of view.
Or the context, yes.
Point of view.
A certain point of view?
And I'm not the only Jedi who's screwing with you. Guess who? Yoda, not you.
Hey,
Fucking robot chicken.
Funny joke.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Nice.
Oh.
Point, Sasha.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, I try to do my best with spoilers. Like when someone says, hey, I don't want any spoilers, I'm like, okay, sure, I won't say anything. But to me, you could tell me just about anything except for those big twists, and I'm not going to care. It's probably going to change my enjoyment. If anything, you might sell me with some of those things on a thing I may have otherwise avoided. So I'm usually like, yeah, as long as it's not a big twist, spoiler away.
I just realized because everyone knows that massive twist in fucking Empire at this point, that Vader is Luke's father. Everyone knows that, but I had it
No,
sold
actually,
in the dumbest
I
way
met
imaginable.
someone who didn't know.
Were they a child?
No, they were in their 20s.
Oh shit.
So it's like, that's why I'm like, I was going through and they're like, don't say anything. I haven't seen it yet, and I want to see it. I'm like, wait, you haven't seen the original trilogy? And they're like, yeah, I've only seen the most recent one, and now I'm going through the prequels. But I'm like, oh no.
No, he's gonna spoil it himself. The fool. But yeah,
I mean,
no.
it's an interesting thought experiment to see, like, okay, how does that affect someone who actually did see the prequels first and then went and saw the original trilogy? I wonder how that,
Social
is,
experiment.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, yeah, but how I had that fucking thing spoiled to me, I was playing the Lego Star Wars video games.
Woo!
Hey, question.
That is the dumbest way to have any fucking twist spoiled for you. Just like, oh, well, yeah, I saw it while playing Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy.
Oh, no.
So I have a question here.
Yeah.
Do spaceships like the Star Wars spaceships, do they count as mech suits?
No.
No.
What
They're-
about
They are
what about
fast.
what about the B-wing? What about the B-wing?
Nope.
It's still a spaceship.
No.
But isn't
See,
a mech
the
suit
only-
just a giant
No.
spaceship that
No.
is anthropomorphic?
Too much of
The
it
B-wing is not
fixed.
anthropomorphic. I am sorry, my friend.
I know,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying
No,
is
the
that
Mega
If you
Man.
want to bring up
Come on.
the ships
Baseball's
from
Mega Made.
now, there you're closer.
Ha!
Baseball's Mega Made.
Shit, how have we missed
Suck.
that?
I know, right?
Suck.
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 He's gone from suck
To blow!
Now, the
Mega Man.
closest,
Suck.
if you want to go for a true spaceship that's definitely a spaceship, but could maybe be considered a mech. Have any of you guys seen Outlaw Star?
Yes.
No, I have
The
not.
ones with the
Years
crazy
ago.
Canada arms.
Years
Spaceships that have
ago.
arms that can grab each other.
I
Oh, yeah,
have
long
not
time.
heard of this.
Oh, this is like Trigun, Cowboy Bebop era anime.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Deep
It's-
90s.
Deep 90s.
Coop, Django says, why would you even ask that?
Why would I even ask what?
If Star Wars spaceships are considered mechs?
The reason why? So that I could piss you guys off.
You're wanting to try to justify putting the Venator class Star Destroyer on this list, aren't you? I mean, if it was possible, I'd do it too, but let's be honest here, the AT-RT has a better chance.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it does have legs and a gun, and
What
it
was
is
the
piloted by
what was
someone.
what was the line? What was the line from oh gosh, what's that show with Catbug?
Oh,
Bravest
right.
Warriors.
Bravest
Yeah.
Warriors. Yeah, what was that line from Bravest Warriors? That's like trying to make yogurt cry. And Catbug goes, "Why would you do that?"
Catbug.
I love Catbug. The voice actor is brilliant.
Well, he
Yep.
was a dumb. I mean, he was a kid.
He still is.
I know, and he's not a dumb
He,
kid. And I apologize for calling you almost
How rude.
calling you dumb.
He don't forget he was in what was it? Tom Scott's Astaf movies as the
I
Muffin.
am I'm very aware.
And you wanted to call that dumb.
I know, shame on
How
me, shame on me, shame on
Blasphemy. I am ashamed.
me. Blasphemy, blast for you, blast for everybody in the room.
Yep.
That
Throw a
sounded-
blanket over it.
That sounded like the most wet fart I've ever heard.
I was swallowing a drink, asshole.
It's
wait.
too late. Our minds already were in the gutter.
Wait, you were swallowing an asshole drink? I do not want to know any further details.
He thinks he's funny.
It was a freshly released enema.
Yikes.
Water, thank you.
There you go.
There you go. It's perfect.
Been healthy.
I'm better at my
It's ass water.
No, absolutely not.
I'm better at my line art than I am at my comedy, apparently.
Well, at least you admit you have problems.
It's the first step to recovery.
True.
We cannot argue. We have since passed the 2-hour mark. Just thought I'd give you a heads up.
Well, we were
so we have.
gonna go for a 3-hour mark, so
Oh, we're going 3?
yeah.
All three, baby.
2.5.
Have we exhausted?
2.5 to
we
3.
exhausted?
2.5 to 3. 2.5 to 3.
Have we exhausted everything at this point? Because I don't know.
Well,
Why
we
Why
still
don't we
haven't.
just open the floor then?
We still haven't talked about Voltron versus Super Senpai.
Right.
Senpai, you said it.
Damn it! I did it again. Sentai, Super.
Super Senpai.
Oh,
Notice me,
if
Super
only we could
Senpai.
have. In a perfect world.
Hold on, Super Senpai. That's basically just the Ginyu Force, isn't it?
Super Senpai, Super Senpai, Super Senpai.
Oh my god, that song in Kai is just fucking brilliant.
Yep.
It is just so god fucking damn it, I love it. So stupid. So unbelievably stupid. So cheesy.
Indeed. So is that our transition over to that topic then?
Yes,
Must be.
Must be.
that is the official transition.
The laziest transition I've ever heard.
There's no going back now. We kind of have to just bear with it and get her done.
No, the laziest transition is instead is not taking the hormones and just simply getting a boob job.
Jesus.
And here I was going to say it's just riding a Segway across the screen, then flipping the thing over and the gyroscope explodes, but but there you go. So now you're saying, are we just comparing this series, or are we saying like who would win in a fight?
Ooh, debate or death? Well, death battle's a debate.
I mean, what do you guys want to do with that? I mean, I literally just wrote down Voltron versus Super Sentai.
Well,
That's it.
It also depends on the version of Super Sentai we're going with, too.
Let's go with
There's a lot.
Here we go. I'm gonna break it down to the basics.
Okay.
OG Voltron versus OG American Power Rangers. Megazord versus Voltron. Power battle. Go.
I mean, how big is the original Voltron?
It's
Is it around the same? Are we assuming they're around the same size?
yeah, they are the same size, pretty much.
Pretty close,
Okay.
yeah. Because like, the Megazord towers over the skyline of Tokyo. I mean, sorry. Oh God, what was the name of the town for the
I don't even recall. I always
for
call
the
as a joke. I always called it Green Hill.
right? But like it towers over the skyline there, so it's pretty dang big.
I think
In
it was
the
like
original
Emerald.
Voltron show, it was like,
I think it was Emerald City
fantasy.
or something.
I can look this up real quick.
Voltron never towered over anything, like, significant, did it?
No, but the thing is that it was in outer space, so the thing was already huge.
Angel Grove, California.
Angel Grove. That's okay. Angel Grove.
That's right.
That's why I called it Green Grove, because it made me think of Angel Island and Green Grove at the same time.
Right.
You should just call
And
it
don't
Angel
forget,
Island
they also
Zone.
had the
You know.
Dumb and Dumber bully duo.
Dude, those guys freaking as actors, they loved
Skull.
that show.
Yeah,
Vulcan Skull, they
They were
loved that
best
show.
friends, yeah, in real life.
And not to
They-
mention, any time that they have a chance to do a convention or be reoccurring guests in the show, they immediately jump on it. They
Oh yeah.
love that role. They love the show. They love everything. Most
Yeah.
of the
It's
actors,
almost like family-friendly Jane Silent.
yes,
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that like a lot of the actors on that show are such actual huge fans of the genre and the series itself.
Oh yeah.
Like, you have to be nerds to be on that show, practically. And which is interesting because there was a fan-made film where they got most of the original actors and actresses, but they couldn't get the guy that played Tommy, the Green Ranger.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't get him to do it because they were trying to make it a mature, more violent, darker, adult Power Rangers, right?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, I can't in good conscience go along with this because this is supposed to be for kids. You know? I don't want to be associated with something darker when the original content had no intention of doing that.
Enter the new Power Rangers movie.
But I mean that's why I'm like, I really love the OG team because they were so dedicated. They loved it. It was
Absolutely.
hilarious just to see them go.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, Bulk and Skull. But yeah, go on. I'm sorry. I derailed us again.
That's okay. So yeah, let's just maybe for the sake of keeping it simple, we'll just assume they're roughly around the same size.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, like they're so. It's hard to tell who. I mean, I think obviously the Power Rangers was pulling from Voltron.
Yeah.
In terms of inspiration, so they're very close. Like honestly, I think it's a tough fight
Between Power Rangers and
Voltron.
Between Voltron and what was
At least for the OG teams.
What was the old was it Ultraman?
Oh yeah, Ultraman.
So basically Super Sentai or the Power Rangers is take Ultraman and Voltron and
a little bit of Kamen Rider
and shove them together with a comedic effect.
Yeah.
And make it metal as fuck for some reason.
That too.
Best.
Nothing wrong with more metal.
One of the best theme songs ever.
And very easily remixable into something also very killer.
Absolutely.
Speak my language.
English?
I knew there was a reason. I knew there was a reason why I kept you. But go on. Continue your statement there, Dash.
Oh, okay. I mean, not much. I was other than saying like, yeah, it'd be hard for me to say very easily like who would win. I mean, I think, like honestly, if you're asking me to write a spec script for a Voltron versus Power Rangers movie, it's that old saw where they fight at first, but then they realize, hey, we're both on the side of justice, and they team up to fight a bigger bad.
Kind of like how when the Power Rangers fought. Kind of like how the Power Rangers fought the Ninja Turtles.
Sure.
What about Giant Goldar?
There you go.
Giant Goldar.
From the latest Power Rangers movie, you mean?
Yeah.
Or just Giant Goldar in general?
Or just Giant Goldar in general.
Shoot, yeah, that'd be a good one for them both to team up against.
No, we'd have to do something better than that. We'd have to have a third party in there somewhere.
Player 3 enters.
So we've already talked about Macross and Gundam. And we're tapping into Voltron and Super Sentai, or the Megazord.
Sure, and the idea that you have like 5 different people who join together to form by working together, they make a bigger, better robot.
So who would be there?
That is altogether actually less productive if you think about it, given the fact that it's 5 people needing to synchronize. As opposed to one person that can do it all.
Sure.
But that's okay. If I may bring it back to an earlier topic, the driving force and reason why we have the giant robots is it's a metaphor for coming together and working together and trying to defeat the opposition that
that we're stronger when we're together.
Let's all get together and work together to compete against the struggle, whatever that struggle may be. And I feel like that was actually once again driving force in the story behind the Power Rangers, and some of those and also Gurren Lagann and Voltron.
Yeah, whenever they're not synchronized, they get broken apart really easily.
And it's funny because not Gurren Lagann, so to say, but definitely the other 2 shows that we're talking about, Voltron and Super Sentai, they came at a point where the media was trying to push this concept of admitting, A, we have harmed ourselves and our environment and our planet. B, we have extremely powerful weapons and technology and that we should be definitely afraid of. This is one of the core reasons why the TV show The Cosmos came out. Carl Sagan's original Cosmos came out for this reason. To fight against the Cold War. And basically what it's saying is, look, we all need to come together. It doesn't matter who you are, what culture you came from. It doesn't matter. Everybody work together to fight a common enemy. And sure, we're going to have our disagreements. Sure, we're going to have our struggles. Sure, we're going to have our problems and our differences. But you know what? At the end of the day, if we can overcome those and just focus on the goal at hand, and maybe even become friends through this, we can do anything.
Yeah.
That's
so powerful.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm actually trying to get on music.
Oh, thanks, Griff.
He's
Griff.
In short, what the fuck's this thing about the power of friendship and crap?
Oh, you mean the driving force behind literally everything the Power Rangers and Voltron does?
You see, I don't think that would be enough to stop a fucking Big Bang attack from Vegeta, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know. Isn't the big Kamehameha basically all about drawing, a little bit of the love and encouragement from all your friends and all the people who are cheering you on?
Oh, no.
That's
not
Spirit
Kamehameha.
Bomb.
Hit.
The Spirit Bomb, sorry.
Yeah, this is Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, and it's only ever worked once.
No, it's worked a few times.
It didn't kill Frieza. It didn't kill Vegeta.
I'm talking
Because they
about
didn't
movies.
believe hard enough. And
The movies aren't canon.
You telling me that World's Strongest isn't canon?
It's not.
Fucking bullshit. Cornhole.
What? I'm sorry. The only movies that are actually canon are the most recent Z movies, because those were done as a prelude to Super, which those first two arcs were complete and utter shit. And Super Broly. Those are the only movies that are canon. Aside from maybe that retelling of the... Actually, no, those aren't.
I think the Super ones are.
Yeah, the movies that come before Super... So, let's see here. Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, and Super Broly. Those are the only movies that are officially canon.
No, Evolution was good.
Doesn't matter if it's
Get
good.
out! Get the fuck out of here! Who are you? Who the hell are you, and what the hell are you doing praising Dragon Ball Evolution?
The passion.
I wanted to hear you
The
rage.
passion is so good. It's so good.
Oh,
You
it was awful,
bitch.
but I just wanted to hear you rage.
You... Allow me to get close to the mic for this one. You bitch.
Hello.
Hey, that's my bitch.
I'm still not wrong. Yeah, no, as much as the Dragon Ball Z movies were fine, they're not canon, unfortunately.
Just wow, really? That's surprising. It's
well, first of all,
not
kind of
even
a hard thing.
not even the bullshit Tree of Might. The bullshittery that is Tree of Might. God, I hate that film so much.
I mean, again, none of those films are canon. Not even the one that was done like directly after Z, where they had oh look, it's Gozira. No, it's not Gozira. It's Harudegarn.
No, it's just a reasonably close facsimile that is different enough to let us avoid copyright violations.
Oh.
I mean, that's a lot of stuff that Akira Toriyama did. If you guys ever read the Dr. Slump manga series,
Dr. Slump?
Superman.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Superman.
my gosh.
Hold on, can we just talk about Dr. Slump for a second?
Please.
I would like to hear about this
Why
Dr.
not?
Slump.
This
Go
isn't
for
even
it.
giant robots. This is just robots in general. And
Yeah.
Well,
Serious-
Mega Man, we said counted.
No, we didn't. We just agreed
did.
we just simply agreed that Mega Man is a thing.
Oh, I see. I thought you said that you
Sorry.
agreed on it.
Dr.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm not saying anything about this.
First of all, my only exposure to Dr. Slump has been through Dragon Ball. And
Right.
since I'm out of all the series, the original Dragon Ball is my favorite. I didn't know a damn thing about Dr. Slump, and that's still one of the most enjoyable things about the Red Ribbon Army saga.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just because it is so it's a massive mind fuck, basically. You have a Raleigh who's just poking poop with a stick.
Yep.
That's Dr. Slump in a nutshell.
There's a Raleigh who's this girl robot that the titular Dr. Slump. Dr. Slump is like this weird kind of like. Imagine if Geppetto was Peter Griffin.
Oh my god, I don't like where this is going.
I
Where he's
I
just
think
kind of
I love it.
Actually-
maybe more. What if Dr. Light were like this kind of like this dumb, middle-aged kind of like suburban dad?
No one knows how we created all these-
Wait. Can
You just described
you,
Wily.
I'm sorry. Can you Can you restate that as a true question?
Wait, what?
As a what question?
Restate what is a true question?
As a question.
What question?
You said what if?
What if Dr. Light were like a Homer Simpson-esque, middle-aged, kind of dumb, but also a brilliant scientist? Makes a little girl robot, kind of like the little girl from Small Wonders. She's the most powerful being in, I guess, the universe, apparently, because every time... Here's how every Dr. Story Slump basically works. Some alien or some other person comes along and is feeling pretty proud about how cool and tough they are. They bump into a Raleigh being a little kid, like, makes fun of them and, like, throws poop at them. They go, what are you doing? I'll show you. And then she just effortlessly kicks their ass, like One Punch Man style. Just
Nice.
shoots them into... And doesn't always kill them, because there are returning... there's a Superman, who is a Superman pun. Oh, sorry, Supai Man. Because Supai sounds like super, but it's in Japanese, I think it means like sour. So he's Sour Man. And he turns into his alter ego by eating like really sour plums. And but he is like, 50s style Superman. And he will fight a Raleigh and lose terribly because, again, she's the most powerful. Like, accidentally, this dork, Dr. Slump, made the most powerful being in existence. But she's also like a dumb child.
I have
who
a
loves
question. Does
Raleigh is the definition of a gag character.
No,
100%.
no, I have a
That's
question.
your main character.
Okay.
I have a question. Does Akira Toriyama just have some sort of weird obsession with Journey to the West?
Oh yeah, that's basically what the original Dragon Ball is.
No, I know,
his
but
version of Journey to the West.
No, I know, but at the same time, what you're describing to me also sounds like Journey to the West.
Just go
Maybe.
read Dr. Slump.
I
Better
mean-
yet, watch the one episode of Dragon Ball Super where they again did a Dr. Slump crossover.
Anyway, either way, I asked for a...
No, hold on. A Raleigh's strong enough to keep up with Super Saiyan Blue. What the fuck?
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now, Dash. I asked for a question, and you can somehow weirdly converted the question into its own answer. When all I want,
What can I say?
when all
except
shut the
you're
fuck
welcome?
up. When all I wanted to say was, "That's a good question."
You're welcome. And thank you.
And you
What
didn't,
can
and
I
you
say?
failed to
Fuck you.
deliver for me to make the Mega Man 8 joke. You have...
Well, if that's what you wanted, you should have just asked for that.
No, I was trying to set it up. I was trying to set it up, you dolt.
Well, you didn't do a very good job of it.
We're not as fast as you.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, he's so fast, he's about 2 days behind.
And the green one plays drums.
Fucking
And the pink one isn't Amy.
I am ending this podcast in exactly 3 minutes. Simply because of you.
Underground.
Huh?
Good, we got 3 minutes to talk about Sonic Underground.
God.
There we go.
Alright, now we're done at 2 minutes.
So far, so good.
It's working.
I think this is about the time
It's
where...
working!
It's working! Let me just say
Are you an
this.
angel? Because I'm allergic to feathers. I think I
The
killed that
ability
one.
to speak does not make you intelligent.
But Mr. Smack.
Hold on, I got
did
Yes,
not
yes,
sing the floor
yes,
perfectly.
Sasha. Yes, Sasha. The ability to speak does not make one intelligent.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
Thank
Thank you, Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Godfrey.
Iago. I can just picture Iago doing that.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not
Directly
even.
at the bar.
I'm not even gonna dignify the last topic with a chance, knowing how you.
I mean, come on. A golem is essentially a robot.
You know.
Well, hold on, if that's the case, I guess I might as well start talking about the familiar of Zero. Fuck me.
the
And no
what
one knows what
now?
I'm talking about. Look, you've never seen it? I don't blame you. It's not that good.
Yeah, what are you smoking and what are you talking about? And can I have
I'll-
some of both?
I'll save it.
I'll share.
I'll save it for the anime episode.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cool.
All right. Well, folks, we had a good time. I didn't get to finish this drawing, but you know what? Let's
Looks
wait. Hold
awesome.
on. Let me at least get one more finger in there.
Get that pinky in there.
Look, if you feel a finger slip in there, you just let it happen, man, and then you start going all the way. You stay in there and you just let it happen. I think we broke up.
Oh, there we go. Now we're getting a little more high def on that.
I think this is it. I think we finally broke them.
Oh, so angry.
I feel like I have night.
So how are we gonna end this? I mean, it's not like we could actually stop the stream. Because I feel that's where this is going.
Yeah, no, we have literally reached all topics.
Good.
Woo!
Did our best.
Well, we haven't done our worst
True.
that I
The
can
best
tell.
would be subjective.
All right, let me just add a few more little shines in here.
Yeah.
Cling,
Like some
cling.
consummate fees.
Consummate. I said consummate. Consummate fees.
Consummate fees. Oh,
You
I
wouldn't
thought
know-
I'd add some chiaroscuro shading and.
Yeah, and you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it if Majesty bit you in the face. That actually happened to me once.
What?
Strong bad email.
Oh. I've never.
Oh, of course.
I don't remember.
Oh, come on. Time. Okay, time for me to
Tridork.
time for me to educate you.
Yeah.
Basically, all you need to know is strong bad is best girl.
Perfect. I know exactly what's going on.
Teen Girl Squad! Cheerleader!
What's her face? The ugly one.
The ugly one!
And Homestar is the dumb blonde.
Arrow!
Okay, all
All
right.
right, folks. This is what I just kind of randomly threw together while being terribly distracted.
We tried our best.
Screw you guys for not actually buying out
An
on
attempt
the
was
fight.
made.
An attempt was made. Anyway,
Attempt
giant
was made,
robot. Now you can see
They
that
had, hold on, they had no way of going for commissions.
Good point. Good point. Good
What's that?
point.
So how is it their fault when you didn't have the systems in place? When you said you'd have the
I
fucking systems in place?
I had Patreon.
There was no link.
I asked several times for my wizard and admin to add links.
And we said you have to do a description, and you're the only one with the YouTube.
God damn it, Alex! You had
Game
one
day,
job.
bucket, go, boom.
Next time, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able to get your commissions if you so desire. But now you can see what I can do. So,
Yeah.
yay! Fun times, fun
good.
times.
Whoop, whoop.
Not bad,
Oh,
not bad, not
boy.
bad. Great show. Also, let's not forget True Apparel 1. Hold on, let me slightly highlight that with a fun little color.
Make it brown.
What?
Why?
Because he wants it to be shit.
True apparel isn't shit.
You see,
Ah!
Alex is slow and he gets it.
True Apparel.
Yeah.
True Apparel 1. Get your cool, awesome stuff.
I
might even make this a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you like? Why would you not want to have this as a T-shirt?
Dude, it's a walking advertisement for $5 commissions.
Well, I'd get rid of the. I mean, honestly, I'd get rid of the $5 part.
No, you
keep it.
that
That's
shit
part of
on
the meme
there.
now. That's part of the meme
A
now.
walking billboard, yeah.
Commissions, $5, 5 minutes sketch, douche.
I'd buy that for $1.
I got that reference.
Yep, well done.
That's a
You
RoboCop
could wear it
reference.
with green pants, says Django.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining the show, the Tridorks, and until
What?
next time.
Jesus H. Christ.
Good night, everybody.